From the Utica University Nexus Center, Utica, New York, welcome once again to the 2025 NCAA Division III Men's Ice Hockey Championship. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Vecchione with longtime New England hockey voice Rob Kennedy. Take a look at the brackets, how we got here. The quarterfinal games, both Hobart and Utica were behind a goal. They got here with comeback victories and then two exciting one-goal victories Friday, Rob.
Take a look at Friday's games of the semifinals, and we'll start with the Hobart Statesmen. You got to count on your leaders. There's a senior, Matthew Iasenza, sneaking in inside the post, putting the Statesmen up 2-1. That lead would be the game difference. The game difference, that contest, 2-1 the final score, as Iasenza scoring his fourth goal of the season, first in 6. And for Utica, it was overtime. Puck pops right out to Eric Vitale, and he blasts in his 5th game-winning goal of the season. That knocked off the Curry Colonels, and Utica playing for the championship for the first time in school history.
Hobart, the higher ranking in the white uniforms. Utica, the home team. And this place is filled here at Utica. And now the shot towards Piros from Hobart. Immediately, Utica on the counter with Morris sitting across ice. Back Maurer for Hobart. There are 63,000 people approximately in Utica. They're not all here today, but it's going to sound like 63,000.
Went out and around town this morning. I saw a lot of Pioneer shirts.
Puck comes in front. Piros is the goalkeeper for Utica. You got Damon Beaver for Hobart. Two great coaches, Mark Taylor, Hobart. Now a shot cleared. Hobart with immediate pressure. Fontana was in front there. And, of course, the outstanding coach, Gary Heenan, for Utica. Some wild action in front of the Utica zone.
Piros, a couple of times, he kicked a rebound out in front. That time almost got cut out of position, but he got back both times. That's important for a freshman goaltender to make a couple of saves like that early on.
So, right now, this is the Hobart zone. That's Gullickson on the far side, chasing it for Utica. Utica scores at a rate of 4.4 goals a game. They are 3rd in the country in goals per game. And Mark Taylor told me before the game today, we have got to stop their offense.
That's what it always comes down to, too, when you're looking at Hobart. But nobody does it better than the Statesmen as far as stopping offense.
They stopped Geneseo the other day for the most part, and they did it with pressure offense as that pass goes through the crease. Hobart putting on big pressure early, much like they did with Geneseo on Friday. Now Damon Beaver, the outstanding goalkeeper. The outlet pass stolen by Utica, but now getting in front of it, Callum Chow for Hobart, who had the first goal of the game for Hobart the other day.
And more known for his shot blocking as he did right there, but that goal was huge. It was his 2nd of the season.
Mendelson's shot goes high. Back is the outstanding Scoville. You saw the highlight earlier. We showed you Scoville took that shot, which led to the overtime goal for Vitale.
Easton Ryan just gave in the business in the corner, though. A good, solid check.
Maurer, one-timer from the point. That whistles wide. We've had several pucks go through the crease area. Hobart, again, showing a good pressure offense. They are 8th in the country in goals per game, 4.2. Of course, Utica, with their first-year goalkeeper, 2.4 goals a game, goals against average. Now they come up ice. But Hobart, very stingy, just 1 goal per game between their two great goalies, Maverick Goyer and Beaver. So solving Hobart's defense for Utica will be a major challenge, much like it was for Utica against Curry.
Big part of that, too, is the way that all 5 players, the skaters on the ice, back check. Look at Quero that time. Looked like he was caught in a 2-on-1, but he broke it up, and he's a forward. Usually you see defensemen do that, but Quero, excellent in his own end.
A huge collision between Brighton and Morrissey of Hobart. Now Utica emerging with the puck. They send it into the far corner. This is the Hobart zone. Damon Beaver has gaudy numbers. He is a great goalkeeper, an All-American. Now Cooper Swift up ice for Hobart. He cycles it. Near side Belov takes a check from Bax. Now Utica tries to clear the zone. Bax poking at it. Comes to neutral ice. Belov knocks it down. No score. We've played about 4 minutes of this first period. High-flying game right now. Utica up ice. What a matchup between Hobart and Utica. These regional rivals, they've played a lot in the past. Hobart leads the series 24-19-5. But they've had some real battles over the years.
Last time they played was, of course, last year in the semifinal. Statesman winning that game 3-1 on the way to their championship.
That was a national semifinal game. Hobart had an early 2-0 lead in that game. Now Utica from the circle, shot blocked. Puck bouncing in front of Beaver. Sent out to the point, not cleared, but Brighton couldn't control it at the blue line. And back comes Perek. And that's offside. They couldn't get back.
A good counterpunch there by Utica after facing some early pressure from Hobart. And again, I mentioned, we'll talk about these goaltenders as Damon Beaver will look at first. 16-1 on the season for Beaver. Ryan Piros 15-2-1 overall. But Piros, what a great addition to this Statesman team, this Pioneers team, that he has been, coming over from Dubuque back in January. Won the starter's job by going 9-0-1 in the first 10, and he is right now in the tournament 3-0, 228 goals against and 923 save percentage in the NCAA tournament games.
And of course, Beaver's numbers, number 2 in the country in both save percentage and goals against average. His goals against average 1.17.
What do you hear about his tournament numbers over the last couple of years? Next stoppage, I'll make a point of mentioning those.
Fassing dumps it down, but let's see icing there.
There's an icing, and Damon Beaver 5-0 in the postseason in NCAA Frozen Four semifinal and finals games with a .961 save percentage and a 0.96 goals against. That's a big part of the reason why the Statesmen have 2 banners hanging down there in the cooler in Geneva.
And he shut out Trinity in the championship game last year. And the goalie who is not playing today, we said this the other day, Maverick Goyer, his numbers, 13 starts, 12-0, .956 save percentage, 0.84 goals against average, number 1 in the country. He's not playing.
Yeah, when your backup goaltender is third team all conference, you know you've got a pretty good assortment of riches in that position.
Mendelson poking it down for Hobart. Utica can't clear the zone. Mendelson in the corner for the Statesman on the near side. Now he gets it at the circle. Comes out to Chow. Now D'Amatos' shot is blocked by the Utica D. Comes out to the neutral zone. Back is Chow, who scored the first goal of the game for Hobart against Geneseo. I asked Mark Taylor. He looked very offensive-minded, Rob, and he told me, you know what? He's just a smart player.
Extremely smart player, too. Chow coming out of Ontario. Had that goal in the semis, as you mentioned. Blocking shots. He was great in that game defensively. And that's the thing. Sometimes when you look on paper and don't see these teams as much, you kind of maybe have an unrealistic characterization of some of the guys. In Chow's case, his offense is pretty good, but that's not been his role this year quite so much with the Statesman team, but he can do it when he needs to.
All right, the Pioneers with Morse. This is the top line. Mulera had it poked away on an excellent play by Chow. Chow has really shown both offensively and defensively here in Utica. Now for Hobart, Elliott, the defender, sends it up. Knocked down by Daniels into the Utica zone. No score, 13.5 left first period. They are lined around this Nexus Center. Utica fans are so excited that they're in their first championship game, trying to win a championship at home. Now, moving up ice, it's Matthew Iasenza. Now Iasenza on the forward check, cross ice feed. Scoville had it sticked away, but it comes out to the blue line. Utica keeping it in. Beaver has to steer it away. Now Swift takes it. And it's taken back by Gullickson, knocked down in front. Hobart will counter. And they push it forward. After it is the speedy Chris Duclair.
Speedy is one word for it, and I think that might be underselling him a little bit. We saw him turn on the jets and just go into hyperspeed in the opening round contest, and he is just very, very quick when he gets in the open ice and can get to 0 to top speed very, very quickly.
And he's very effective on power plays. He and Maurer lead them in power play goals when and if they get a chance to go in the power play. Very few penalties involving Utica games in recent games.
Statesman fans certainly feeling it here as well. Of course, they won the last 2. Big different storyline overall. A team going for its first ever and playing for its first ever against the two-time defending champs who had to wait a while before they got there first.
Of course, Middlebury, the last team to win 3 in a row, 2004 to 2006, 8 overall. Now here comes Hobart. One-timer, Shimizi is wide with it. He was open in the slot.
He's a goal scorer, too, with 10 on the season. He doesn't have any assists, just 10 goals as some big hits over in the corner, and the Pioneers escape with the puck.
And no penalty call. Mullera knocks it down. Forechecking is Morse for Utica, kept in at the point, sent to the corner. That was sent down by Brightman. Now taking it is Bro. Bro had it sticked away by Tote, but he gets it back at the half wall. Sends it to Mullera behind the goal. Mullera being marked by Chow in aggressive fashion. Now Shimizi emerges. Shimizi for Hobart at the neutral zone. He'll backhand it down wide of Piros, the first-year goalkeeper.
Shimizi came over from Robert Morris. He played there last season. Had a 4-game goal streak, knocked on the last game. And he's a guy that can heat up very, very quickly.
Had a couple goals in his Robert Morris career, but has really emerged at Hobart. Now Schulteis sends across ice. Scoville for Utica. At times the other day, it got so tense here, it was like a church until Utica scored.
There's a lot of nerves, and there will be again here today. And just winning the race down the ice. Nick DeMattos had to get on his horse to make sure that was an icing. We'll bring it back down to the Utica defensive zone.
The thing about Utica, as they play for a championship today, they've had great years over the years, but they've had a lot of heartbreak too. And the victory yesterday with the Vitale overtime goal, getting them here to the championship game, that was a big deal here.
It was huge because they've been to 5 out of the last 6 tournaments. And they've always knocked down in the semifinals or earlier. With that win here in Utica, again, uncharted territory, but it really got the school, the fans, the town buzzing.
Their best year may have been the COVID year when they won 25 games, but they couldn't continue in the tournament.
Right, yes. Unfortunately, they didn't get the opportunity to see what they could do in the postseason that year.
All right, here's the great Luca Quero up the near wall for Hobart. Daniels winds it around. Hobart having the attacking zone, no score. Now Hobart with Daniels poking at it. Swift pinching. Swift collides.
Great hit.
Now here comes Gutt. 2-on-1. Gutt moves in, and Beaver stopped it.
Oh, he just got it with the shoulder, and that was a great hit by Cooper Swift, but the follow-through left him out of position. That was the problem. That's what set up the 2-on-1.
They had numbers, and you don't see that against Hobart very often.
No, not much.
All right, Aquero takes it at the red line. He'll dump it down, but again, Utica, a high-powered offense.
And Beaver again making a tough save in the early going first half of the period as he got that with the shoulder. Just a piece of that on the gut opportunity.
Gary Heenan telling me we've got to forecheck today. Now Morrissey to the circle for Hobart. Shooting! Piros, rebound! A scrum in front in the crease. No whistle. Morrissey still has it at the half wall. Now a whistle.
Piros wanted it earlier. His blocker's down on the ice. I saw him waving with his bare hand, kind of showing the referee, look, turn my blocker, and the Hobart fans don't like it, but that's going to get the call here. Here's the gut opportunity, the 2-on-1. Oh, Beaver just got that off the shoulder. And here's Hobart back down to the other end, and they will send everybody they can right to the goal mouth. Piros there making the save, and a crowd of players there in the blue paint trying to knock that one home.
Face off to the left of Piros. Iasenza, who had the game winner against Geneseo on Friday. But Bro controls the face-off. Bro did a great job on face-offs the other day. His numbers, 20 out of 29 against Curry.
Yeah, it was extremely good as they were pretty much all night that night, the Pioneers.
The Pioneers control 62.4% of their face-offs. Hobart 54.7%.
Both teams that are very good on the draw, and it could be a factor in this game, too. Again, possession in the offensive zone, very, very important, especially on power plays. Haven't seen that yet. So a big draw, winning that at the right time to set up a goal. And I don't think either of us, Steve, expect many goals in this contest. So any opportunity, any chance you get to score, that's huge.
I will say it got off to a high-flying start.
Well, there'll be chances. I'm just not sure how many goals they're going to be.
All right, a stick goes flying into the stands. Now, meanwhile, Piros will cover up, and that was, you don't see sticks in the stands very often.
I haven't seen one in a while. It looked like that was Iasenza's stick. He's empty-handed right now, so yeah, it was the stick of the Hobart senior that ended up in the front row. Luckily, the fans didn't treat that
take
like
a look at.
They gave it back. Well, watch it fly up here. Let's see how that happens.
Woo!
Yeah, wasn't anything intentional.
Fortunately, nobody hurt. It looks like.
Looks like everyone's all right.
Yeah, but that you don't see that.
Trying to lift the stick, and well, they succeeded in doing that all right.
Well, they tell you to watch for flying pucks. Watch for flying sticks.
Add that to the announcements here at the Nexus Center.
Shimizi against Bro. This is the Utica zone. No score. 9:31 to go first period. All right, Shimizi at the dot. Trying to get a shot off, but Utica sends it back to neutral ice. Chow goes back along with D'Amatos. Morse on the forecheck. Morse creates a turnover. Now Muller centers it, goes through at the point back shooting, and Beaver save. Backs had the first goal the other day against Curry.
This is all set up by Morse, though, and he is a pest extraordinaire. Forechecking, knocking the defenseman down, stealing the puck, and setting up this opportunity in the offensive zone for the Pioneers.
Bro pokes at it. Beaver covers up, and there Muller as well. He was looking for the rebound.
Bro would have had a much better opportunity at that if it wasn't for the rookie, Callum Chow, who had him tied up. That's why Bro only got the stick blade on that, and in the end, no real problem for Beaver. But you watch here, 22, Bro, or rather Chow, he's got Bro tied up. Just perfect play by the rookie defenseman.
Face off to the right of Beaver. This is the Hobart zone. All right, comes out to the point, Scoville. He'll cycle it. Goes to the end boards. Utica sends it out. Scoville shooting. Rebound cleared. Scoville was able to get that through a crowd towards Beaver. Now Delo Rivera sends it ahead. Here comes Vitale, moves in, backhand. Stopped by Beaver. There was some big defense there being played by Elliott.
Elliott's still battling with him right now. This time he's on Morse.
Vitale on the forecheck. Hobart able to work it out. Mendelson pushes it forward. Back is Perek. Cross ice Scoville. He'll cycle it. Coming up for it, Gutt. Gutt had an early chance in this period. That Beaver stopped on the 2-on-1. And Hughes sends it back for Utica. They're doing a pretty good job on the forecheck. Gutt had it taken back by Elliott of Hobart. Now here comes Aquero. Up the left side, he meets a double team with Daniels. Had it knocked away. And a good play, I believe that was Schulteis who got that. Now the backhand towards Beaver. Utica in the Hobart zone. Swift back for Hobart. Coming up with it, Morrissey. Morrissey had the overtime goal in the fourth overtime against Curry 2 quarterfinals ago. He'll always be a hero in Hobart for that goal.
One of the classic games in college hockey. Again, NCAA record for Soderwall. The Curry goalie in that game with 98 saves wasn't enough.
Morse centers it. One-timer. Great save by Beaver on Mulera.
And the opportunity was there for Johnny Mulera. 16 goals on the season, but that's what Beaver does. He reacts so quickly to a miscue. Here's the giveaway in the zone. And a 2-on-1 setup. Beaver over, quickly makes the save. And more importantly there, does not allow any sort of rebound, freezing the puck and letting his defense resettle.
Mark Taylor made an interesting point about Beaver the other day. He said the first period he was not tested at all. And that accounted for why he may have looked a little off. Now in front it comes. He came on later in the game. Now he makes a great save on Lundberg in front. Great pressure by Utica.
I have no idea how Beaver reacted that quickly. The puck came out over the crossbar from behind the net. I want to see how it got there. We should see it on this angle. Well, there's the shot. It came right at the end. But the puck was behind the goal, ended up back out in front, and Beaver immediately spotted it and got himself set and squared up to the shooter to make the save. Tremendous reflex and tremendous processing, too, to find out what was happening there. Smart goalies. And that's the thing. You can be quick, athletic, but you got to be smart as well, and Beaver's all of that.
All right, again, the forecheck by Utica. Belov, meanwhile, for Fontana, who backhands it down. Scoville for the Pioneers, flips it forward to neutral ice. Now, once again, it's Mulera. He is sent to the ice. There's no call there. This is more forechecking by Utica in this scoreless game. 6:40 to go in the first period. Bax sends it around. Lally takes a big check that time. That was Gullickson.
Hobart fans wanted a penalty, but wasn't one. Got hit by the side. It was the shoulder, so it wasn't hit from behind. Lally got knocked down. It looked worse than it was, but not a penalty.
Chow is back on the icing, and I think we got players going off, if I'm looking correctly at our referee here.
Well, it's hard to see right now as we're trying to stare through some fans. You kind of see our view right now with a fan standing, which I think is a pretty cool visual on TV, especially when a goal happens, but couldn't really see what was going on in front of the Utica bench, but certainly a couple of players were absolutely mixed up down there, and that drew the ire of the Hobart fans who wanted a penalty. It looks like we will stay 5-on-5 for the time being.
All right, no penalties issued. It looked like they were doing some pointing, one of the officials, at the players.
I was worried about that, too. I think we were just trying to get them separated.
It got physical on the near boards here for sure.
It's going to keep getting physical, too.
All right, Shimizi for Hobart in the attacking zone. Wins the faceoff. Comes out to the point. Here's Elliott. Elliott puts it down there. It's blocked. Now back come the Pioneers with De La Rivera. And he had it sticked away by DeManos, but it goes to the corner for Lundberg. Lundberg takes a check from Elliott. Now Elliott battling at the corner for Hobart. Utica with their forecheck, creating opportunities, comes out to the slot, and shot, rebound on his butt. Shimizi clears it.
Kid who's known for goal scoring just made a fine defensive play right there. And Beaver again got in position to make a difficult shot or difficult save.
One-timer, big save, Piros.
Yeah.
Back and forth we go. That shot by Shimizi.
Bye-bye. That's Toad who's going to go.
All right, so here comes the goalie, extra skater now. When and if Hobart touches the puck, we will stop. But right now, empty net with the goalie out. Of course, if it's touched, that's the end of this. But right now, a one-skater advantage, Utica, with a delayed penalty. Now Gutt over the blue line. Gutt, now the puck is touched. So after all that, our first power play of the game will be for Utica.
Now Tomasz Todt just mistimed his check in the corner. He got in too late. We'll see if he took too many strides as well. So watch it here. There's De La Rivera in the corner, and you'll watch Todt. There he is. Yeah, that was straight from behind into the glass. So that'll be two.
I think at some point they needed to call something. It was starting to get a little physical.
I was about to think that myself, too. You know, I mentioned the hitting's going to continue, and I wondered how much longer the referees would let some of the borderline stuff go.
Utica has an excellent power play.
Well, they certainly do.
29.8%. Now Scoville to the circle. Scoville one-timer. And to the save by Beaver.
Hobart's penalty kill also very good, 86.7%, and 6 shorthanded goals on the season. So you got to watch out for the Statesman team, even if you have one more player on the ice than they do.
They were 92 for 95 last year, still very good at 86.7.
Hard to sustain a penalty kill like that.
All right, this is the Utica power play. They have it in the Hobart zone. Here comes Schulteis, that's wide.
Wanted Bro there too, but Bro couldn't get a stick on it.
Scoville to Malera. Malera backhands it to the corner for Morse. To the point it goes Scoville. Schulteis sends it to the circle. Now back to Schulteis. Left side Scoville. This is a very good power play.
Kept to the perimeter for now, though.
Morse to the circle. Now Scoville fanned on it, and it's cleared by Hobart and Belov.
A rare misfire from the All-American defenseman Brian Scoville. They'll regroup behind the goal, and again, look at the forecheck from Duclair.
Scoville sends it ahead. Utica power play. To wide of Beaver. Gutt goes after it for Utica. Now Gutt behind the goal. Sends it to the circle. Knocked away by Hobart. They're on the penalty kill, and they flip it down. And again, remember, as Rob said, the 6 shorthanded goals.
Utica's had some offensive zone time here, but they've been kept to the perimeter for the most part. And now they're back in their own zone again, as that was tipped to the back wall by Easton Ryan.
All right, cross-ice feed. Patterson for Utica. Now a good move by Gutt to get to the red line and the blue line. He dumps it down after it is Patterson. Double team in the corner. There is 25 seconds left on the Utica power play. First power play of the game. 3:25 left in the first period. Gut winds it around. Goes to the half wall. Back to Gut. Out to the point. Cross-ice feed. Here's Patterson. One-timer. Perek. Knocked away. Centering pass. Here comes Patterson. Lines it up. Block. Goes to the far side and back to neutral ice. And that's the end of the penalty.
What a great penalty-killing shift Easton Ryan, the rookie, just had. Made a block. Played great in the offensive zone. The forecheck to kill some time. He got a couple of back slaps when he got over to the Hobart bench.
All right, back is Connor Lally, who has 15 assists. The defender. Now D'Amatos, first year. Having a little trouble on the pass to Lally, but they get organized and they work their way to the neutral zone. Daniel sends it far corner. Here comes Aquero. Aquero looks to center it. Now goes to the point. D'Amatos. Back to Aquero. Loose in front. Elliott after it. Elliott shoots. That's wide. And keeping it in, D'Amatos intercepted Utica. They tried again to spring Vitale, who he's always a candidate, it seems, for a breakaway.
Yeah, the minute the puck goes back up the ice, it's like watching a basketball outlet pass. He's blazing right up the ice, and there's a couple of chances they've had to hit him. Just missed in that tip at center ice, and he was behind the defense.
And he, just before his game-winning goal the other day, he almost had a breakaway just prior to that. Now Moore stumps it down. There is 1:55 to go in this first period. National championship game. Hobart looking for a three-peat. Utica looking for their first ever national title. Now Iasenza, who had the game winner the other day, forechecking for Hobart. This is the Utica zone. Iasenza winds it around. Coach Taylor said that goal was awesome, that he converted against Geneseo. Now the forecheck by Fontana. Fontana at the corner. Fontana looks for the wraparound. Sends it out to the point for Swift. Cross ice it goes. Morrissey back to Swift. Swift shooting high into the netting with 1:17 to go. First period, no score.
First period is flying, and I guess that's to be expected between these two teams. They're excellent at skating, don't make a ton of mistakes. Had a couple of icings, the one penalty, a couple pucks out of play. But the flow to this game here in the first period has been incredible.
All right, the face-off will be in the Utica zone. Chris Duclair for Hobart. Takes it backhand.
Oh.
Wide. He had a great look off the face-off there. Now the cross-ice feed. One-timer, Maurer pops up in the air. Now loose at the far side. About a minute to go in the period.
Schultz blocked that with his face.
All right, back is Lally for Hobart. Piros behind his goal. Got to be careful. Puck comes to the half wall. Kept in by Fassig. Fassig is working with Duclair. Now it comes out to neutral ice. Lally sends it forward. Here comes Hobart. Late in the period. This is Tote shooting. Blocked. Getting in front of it there was Bro. Great two-way player, Bro. Now taking it Scoville for Utica. 25 seconds left in this tension-filled first period.
Utica's doing something else they did quite a bit on Friday night, and that is blocking shots in the defensive zone. That was part of the key to their success and their win to get them here.
Lally sends it wide. Piros did not cover it up. Sends it out to neutral ice. 7 seconds left in the period. Shot towards Piros. He gloves it. And that's going to do it for the first period. No score. A lot of action, but no goal scoring. The save totals: 5 for Piros, 11 for Beaver. Beaver had to make some big plays. He only had 4 saves after the first period the other day. Completely different day.
Utica really put the pressure on after weathering an early storm in the first couple of minutes. It was Piros who was busy early. And then the script flipped a little bit. Utica, of course, had that one power play, but neither goaltender showing any signs of flaws in their game in the first 20.
And the shots are very even. 13 for Utica, 12 for Hobart. Utica 0 for 1 on the power play. And Hobart has not had a chance to go on the power play. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. National championship game, a physical game. As you can see, sticks flying, all sorts of stuff going on in this national title matchup between Hobart and Utica. We are back in about 10 to 15 minutes, somewhere in there, for the second period. And welcome back to the Utica University Nexus Center. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. Hobart and Utica. Hobart looking for a three-peat. Utica looking for its first ever championship, Rob. It's going to get physical, you got a feeling, right?
Now, we knew it was going to be. These two teams love to bring the physicality, and they certainly did. That was an early check from Khalil Fontana, always ready to mix things up. And it was the one that wasn't legal. Tomasz Todt getting sent to the box, the only power play of the game. It's one of the better chances that the Pioneers have, but David Beaver, as he always is, so reliable in goal. That one off his shoulder to the back wall, and then found some way to play the carob off the glass and realized the puck was in front of him. And then the face-off opportunity to Claire right off the draw, backhand. Piros with a save there, just getting a glancing blow on that to knock it wide. Games at everything you would ever want in a national championship game, over 20 minutes, except a goal. That's the one thing we haven't had. And one thing we do see, though, here's an amazing stat for Hobart this year. They're going to complete a season never having trailed after one period. That's just remarkable.
It is. And right now, this place is jammed with a lot of Hobart fans, but a lot more Utica fans.
I'd say about 60-40 overall in favor of Utica, but Hobart and Geneva not that far away. They represented pretty well the last couple of years at Endicott and down at Trinity and Hartford, so we knew they'd be here today, and they certainly have been. Hobart on the year 8-1-1 when tied after one period of play. Utica is 9-0-1 in the situation. And we'll start 5-on-5 to start period number 2.
Now for Damon Beaver, this was the polar opposite the first period of the last game they played. He was really put to the test in the first period by Utica, and he came up big to keep this game scoreless.
And a lot of goalies like that, actually. Beaver didn't get a whole lot of opportunities to make saves in the first period against Geneseo. It was all Statesmen in that game. But I bet he's probably pretty happy to make sure he had the action in period number 1, because now he's fully locked in.
All right, Jacob Bro was 7 for 7, making 8 for 8 on faceoffs. After winning that faceoff with Hobart, now on defense with Utica in the attacking zone. Bro again, now poked in front. Mulera, immediate pressure Utica, but Bro outstanding on faceoffs. Now Aquero, left wing, dumps it down. Scoville back for Utica, gets in front of Daniels. This is Hobart in the attacking zone. Maurer, cross-ice, swift shooting. Stopped by Piros. That got through.
I'm going to hit Aquero on the way by, but Piros played the carom perfectly.
Stretch pass. Knocked back by Daniels of Hobart. This is Piros, the first-year goalkeeper. Don't want to overlook him. He's been really good.
Oh, he's been very, very good. He just hasn't been quite as busy, and that's what happens when you're not facing as many shots. The other guy's going to get a lot of attention, but Piros made some big saves in period number 1 when he was called upon, especially in the first 5 minutes.
All right, Swift sends it up ahead. This is Iasenza. He scored from a sharp angle, the game-winning goal. He takes a big check that time by Schulteis. Now Hobart attacking, and the puck knocked down. Big pressure there by Belov. Now Belov shooting, and I think it hit the post.
Yeah, Klein, the right post. He's come close twice.
One-timer blocked. Big pressure, Hobart. Now Morrissey cycles it. That's Fontana behind the goal. Hobart looking like they were in the first period against Geneseo Friday with big pressure. Now Piros save on the rip from Lowry.
Tremendous shift by Ignat Belov, and Piros equal to the challenge, but Belov, coming from the Maine Nordiques in the North American Hockey League, rings the post right here. Belov's having a quiet year offensively overall, 12 points on the season for him compared to 37 last year, but he's playing a bit of a different role overall, so that's a big part of why his numbers are down, but he's still got that nose for the net. Couple of scoring chances that he really kind of self-created there and almost opened the scoring.
All right, Shimizi shot off the face-off. Another big save by Piros.
Yeah, Piros had to be alert. That's a couple of chances now that Hobart's had off of face-offs, even though they're being beaten in the face-off circle. It was 11-4 and then 12-4 to start this period by Utica. They had won most of them, but when they have won a draw, Hobart's had chances.
All right, the Pioneers knock it to neutral ice. Hughes sends it around. Delo Rivera after it in the corner for the Pioneers. It was kept in by Murphy. Now Murphy sends it out to the point. That is Perek. Puck is blocked at the half wall by Shimizi. Hobart takes possession, and here's Tote up the right side. He will cycle it, and Piros prevents it from going to the other side. Scoville sent it in front dangerously, but it's poked forward by Utica. That was dangling out there. Now Hobart will come back with Maurer. Maurer stretches it. Ahead it goes. Backs, back for Utica. Backs. Taken off the play that time by Ryan. Now also there Mendelson. Utica moving it forward. Back is Maurer defensively.
Backs was very good in the defensive zone between two players, making that steal and clear.
All right, the pressure on the forward check by Utica. Mendelson able to work it to neutral ice. Now Mendelson takes possession. Right side Ryan. Ryan shoots. It's blocked. Getting in front of it, Brightman. Comes out to the point, kept in by Swift. Now after it's Shell for Utica. Morrissey backhands it down. Shell knocks it down. They keep it in. Here's Aquero. Cross ice it goes. Swift shooting. Stopped by Piros. And the rebound cleared. And getting in front of it, Backs.
That was a good shift defensively by Brighton as well, because Brighton's been a shot-blocking machine here in the postseason. Had 3 against Curry, tied for the team lead. Just made a big one there.
All right. Morrissey takes the shot, and I think that was either stopped or hit the post.
He got it off the stick, but it was a good low shot. Here they come again, and Daniels.
Daniels at the circle, backhand, goal! Hobart, 1-0.
I don't think so.
No, it did not go in.
I think it hit the inside of the post.
I don't know if they're going to look at that.
They'll take a look at this at some point, I would think.
The Hobart fans think it went in.
I don't think it did. It looked like it pinged off the post and came right back out. I don't think that crossed the goal line. But the referees will certainly have the overhead look to take a look. That's something we don't have right now.
Wow, that was so close.
Very.
And I don't know if it's been decided yet. Schulteis winds it around.
Well, they'll have to wait till a stoppage. When a stoppage happens, I would expect the referees go right over across to the penalty box and the scorer's bench and take another look.
All right, Scoville back for Utica. Now it goes wide of the goal. Now let's see if they take a look at that play.
Well, Mark Taylor certainly wants them to, and I would expect they will here. Let's see if we can look from this angle. This would be a very good angle for it, too. As Daniels in. Cutting to the backhand, and nope.
What?
It's off the post. So they don't even need to take a look at it. It's pretty clear at that angle.
Great call.
Awfully close.
All right, off the face-off. Loose at the slot. Interception. Here's Fontana. Moves in, and that's wide.
He was just poaching for that stretch pass. They realized that Utica wants to go up the gut and try to spring someone behind the defense, and Fontana was all over that.
All right, that's wide of Piros icing. So Hobart coming within an inch or 2 or 3 of the first goal of the game, but we remain scoreless.
So back in period number 1, it was John Gutt who was in and had the opportunity. Glanced a shot on a breakaway off Beaver's shoulder, and then back the other end, Daniels inches away, just denied by the post.
Delo Rivera wins the faceoff. Brighton at the point, winds it around, goes behind the goal. Now the Statesman pushing forward. Back is Perek. Perek sends it off the glass. Vitale. Now Vitale gets it back. Vitale fans. And back comes Hobart. Streaking up ice, Duclair. Duclair from the circle. Piros save. And it comes to the near side.
Right at Perek there as well for forcing him wide and making that a tougher shot than it looked like Duclair was going to have with that speed when he first got the puck.
All right, steered ahead by Shimizi. Back is Piros, so wind it around. D'Amatos on the forecheck. It comes back to Duclair. He's taken off the play. And we have a delayed penalty.
Now just an offside.
No, an offside.
I think it was the Hobart fans responded because they saw a guy in stripes throw the arm up. I thought it might be as well with a response, but just offside.
All right, Ryan taking off the play. Good forecheck Fassig. Back is Swift. Utica has not committed a penalty in the game. There's only been one penalty in the game. All right, Fassig at the half wall. Taken back by Utica, but there's a penalty. And it's going to be an interference or a holding call.
Well, there's not a stick in the crowd, too, because Tristan Fassig's stick is up in the crowd, and now the Pioneers fans don't want to give it back.
I think his indication was interference.
It is interference.
Right.
And Fassig just wants his stick back. And he's not getting it.
Another stick in the stand.
That's two. I hadn't seen a stick in the stands all season. There's been two here in 2 periods.
All right, Hobart power play. 30 for 109. 8th in the country. Utica's penalty kills, 79%. Not the best.
They got to put someone in the box, too. No one's in there right now, and they don't get anybody in the box, and the power play expires. They can't just have someone just jump on the ice from the bench. Someone's got to serve it. Referees will talk about this right now, and looks like the stick will come back over the glass after a long wait. Yeah, you can take a puck home. You can't take a stick.
Who's serving the penalty?
No one yet.
Wild few minutes here. All right, finally Morse will go off.
Yeah, so it's Morse who'll sit for 2.
All right, Hobart power play.
And the one thing about the Hobart power play, though, you mentioned how good they have been, but in the postseason, not quite as strong.
All right, Utica clearing it.
One for their last 7, the Statesmen against Trine and Geneseo, respectively.
Hobart up ice on the power play. Game scoreless. Aquero sends it out to the point shell. Back to Swift. Yep. That's offside.
Yep. Eric Chauvin was right there on the blue line. He had a great look at it. It looked like it just popped out a little bit, and he was about 3 feet away with the right angle. So, going to trust him on that call, no doubt.
Hobart is 28-1-1. Utica 24-4-2. No score, second period. Power play Hobart. 13:23 left in the period. Now Maurer to Swift. Swift winds it around. Shell with Aquero. Aquero takes it. Now goes behind the goal to Daniels. Daniels to Aquero. Shell. And Aquero comes out to Swift. He's able to keep it in, but now Della Rivera takes it, and it's cleared down the ice by Gullickson.
You look at 2 short-handed goals this season. The Statesmen have not allowed one, but the first goal, crucial in this game. These teams 36-2 combined when scoring the first goal.
All right, Maurer had it knocked away, taking it Tote. Tote behind the goal. Tote with Hobart on the power play. Tote at the corner. Backhand in front, goes through. Here comes Shemizzi. Save Piros. Knocked down by Lally. And back it comes at the side. The shot from Duclair is stopped. Now Lally shooting through a crowd wide. Duclair after it. Takes the shot on goal, knocked away. Now Lally keeps it in. Duclair centers it. Power play Hobart. Back it goes to Lally. Duclair. Cross ice it goes. Morrissey. Morrissey gets it back to Duclair, who falls down. Duclair gets up. 10 seconds left on the power play. Back is Tote. Pressure Hobart, but they cannot convert. And it is sent to the side. Interception Duclair. Shemizzi. Shemizzi to his left. Knocked away. Puck flying. Shemizzi somehow kept it in. He takes a big hit from Morse, who came out of the penalty box. Morrissey will take it for Hobart.
It's a good power play, good looking power play for Hobart. Offensive zone times, good pressure, excellent puck movement. But it was a little bend but don't break there by the Pioneers. And he gave some chances away, but couldn't get that past Piros, who's, again, looking better and better like Beaver has as game's gone on.
All right, Scoville starts up ice. Here comes Utica. Mulera centers it. Tried to get it to Morse. Now the shot stopped by Beaver. Now they look for the wraparound, Utica. Back defensively is D'Amatos for Hobart. Comes out to Belov. Belov, who came very close, hitting the bar earlier. Now Scoville. Scoville up the right side. Backhands it down, knocked down at the blue line. And it'll go wide of Piros. Going back to get it is Schulteis. No score. 10:35 to go, second period. Here comes Utica. This is De La Rivera down to the goal line. The wrap potentially in front. It comes. Mendelson can't clear. Goal! Vitale! 1-0.
You'll see this on the replay, Steve. It's one of those right place, right time goals for Talley, just in the exact perfect spot to bury a loose puck, just like he did in overtime on Friday night to get the Pioneers here in the first place. This starts with an outstanding rush down low, and that just sets up Vitale. And he's not going to miss from that range. I don't care who's in goal. It bounced off Beaver. The Statesman couldn't clear it. And there's Vitale going bar down to make it 1-0, his 12th of the season.
For the first time in 3 years in a national championship game, Hobart is trailing. So they are down 1-0. The home fans at Utica, the Utica fans that are here, are thrilled that their Pioneers have taken the lead in the second period.
We talked about how important the first goal is, but if you're a Statesman fan watching this game at home, you shouldn't be too worried about this. Hobart 8-0-1 when allowing the first goal.
They had the championship game with Adrian a couple years ago. They led 2-0. Adrian came back to tie it. They won in overtime.
Yep.
They scored late in the second period against Trinity last year, won 2-0 after an empty netter, but they have not, in their 3 national championship games, been behind.
I'll see how they respond to that. The Statesmen aren't used to being behind really at all.
How about Vitale?
Well, he might be the guy who gets player of the tournament if this holds. You know, you have an overtime game winner. You open the scoring, of course, a long way to go.
Loose in front, Beaver with a huge save.
Mask is off.
And the puck cleared. I believe that was Gullickson who took that shot.
It was. Beaver's lost his mask, and then I think that was just a Dario who was knocked down in front. Utica fans want a penalty coming here. Doesn't look like there'll be one. Beaver will get his mask back on, the All-American goaltender. Or the All-Tourney team the last couple of years, and maybe again. We'll watch how his helmet comes off. Great shoulder save. And that scrum just got mixed up with a Pioneer player. You can see Lundberg right there. And his mask fell off. Once that happens, the whistle automatic.
Well, it's been a frustrating period for Hobart after they hit the post twice. And now, allowing the go-ahead goal, they're going to fix the ice here.
And Beaver's going to go back, and I think he might have gotten cut as well, but he also looked like he's going to try to fix that mask too. We'll see if he got a stick or a skate. You can see him right there with the towel on his left hand. That's his glove hand. Takes us half of a contest. You see the time, 9:45 to go. Vitale's goal is 12th of the season at 9:34. We'll see that scrum once again. And here's the shot. Oh, outstanding save by Beaver again. He's just always in the right position. And yeah, there's the skate. It's Lundberg who's in. Nothing malicious about that play by Lundberg. He's right at the top of the blue paint. Wasn't running the goaltender, just trying to find a loose puck, but he got mixed up with Beaver and the helmet came off. Damon's all right, though. He's getting a great ovation for the Hobart fans. He heads right back to the blue paint between the pipes.
Talking about the frustrating aspect of this game for Hobart, they have outshot Utica 28-16. And Piros up to 14 saves. Beaver 14 saves. But Hobart getting a lot of shots, particularly in this period.
Well, they have never met a shot they don't like. They'll take it anytime inside the offensive zone. But, you know, I think Utica's done well like they did in the semifinal, not just blocking shots, but clogging the shooting lanes. And a lot of those shots, those shot attempts, don't end up as shots on goal. In fact, Hobart's trailing in that department. You mentioned the saves. It's 15-12 Utica when it comes to shots that actually end up on goal.
434 wins for the head coach of Hobart, Mark Taylor. 396 wins for Gary Heenan. What a great coaching matchup this is as we have the stoppage here while they tend to things at the moment.
Now, Gary Heenan's going to get his 400th early on in the 25-26 season. There's no question about that. And you got two coaches here with over 800 victories combined behind these two benches. I mean, I really don't know what more you could ask for in a championship game. A full building, a tight contest for two evenly matched teams, two legendary coaches at their respective schools. This has just been a great setup and a great tournament overall. culminating here tonight at the Nexus Center in Utica.
Gary Heenan saying everybody's talking about us. You don't know if you're ever going to get back to this game. So you got to take advantage of it. And right now, his Pioneers are up 1-0.
Well, Hobart knows a lot about that, too. They had to try a couple of times before they got that elusive first championship, and then they, for good measure, won another one last year and might win a third here.
All right, Shell to Aquero. Aquero at the far side. We have resumed. Morrissey one-timer deflected wide after it is Daniels. Daniels, player of the year in the conference. Winds it around to Aquero. Now Shell after it. Poked away. Schulteis comes up, sends it off the glass. Back is Swift. Now taken back. Mulera at the corner. Utica leading 1-0 on the goal by Vitale.
Taylor Rivera and Wood getting the assists on that goal just announced.
All right, Daniels sends it ahead, not looking for it. Aquero. Now Morrissey has to gather it at neutral ice. Hobart, they've put on a ton of pressure in this period, but it's Utica with the lone goal to this point.
Clutch players score clutch goals. That's what Eric Vitale is.
All right, back for the Statesman Iasenza. Flip forward by Fontana. After it is Belov. Takes a check from Perek. Retrieved by Lundberg. Stretch pass. Effective up the right wing. Taking it is Wood. Now Hobart getting back defensively. They emerge with the puck. Trailing by a goal. Second period. Iasenza leaving it for Duclair, but it goes all the way back with 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, puck ended up on its sides. That'll be an icing.
All right. Faceoff will be in the Utica zone. 7:58 to go, second period.
Talk about Matt Wood for a second, the senior who got his 22nd assist on that opening goal for the Pioneers. First team UCHC in 2024 didn't make the all-conference this year. It was kind of a quiet year for Utica when it came to individual awards, but I certainly don't mind not getting the individual accolades to be right here, right now, playing for a national championship.
Third Final Four in school history, 2 in a row.
Wood's been scoring goals. He has 4 in his last 6 games. But the assist at a big time to open things up here.
Shimizi sends it to the corner for Duclair. Duclair met by 2 Pioneers. And the puck cleared to neutral ice. Back is D'Amatos for Hobart. Now Elliott sends it up ahead. Delaware Rivera got in front of it. Elliott and D'Amatos lose it. Here is Vitale, steered away by Beaver, who has played a great game in spite of allowing the 1 goal. Now here's Tote shooting high over the crossbar. He had a pretty good look.
I wouldn't give him that much space.
Tote sends it wide of the goal. Elliott pinching, sends it to the corner. Mendelson for Hobart. They trail by a goal. Mendelson.
Oh.
Deflection stopped by Piros. And no goal. And the net comes out, and we got a skirmish.
That was off Anthony Bax's skate, I think. The defenseman, number 26, getting up, who, of course, had the goal last night, his first in 16 games to open things up for the Pioneers. And that bounced off his skate and forced a reaction save out of the freshman, Ryan Piros. And I haven't mentioned Ryan Piros as a freshman, yet there it bounces right off the skate, and it was indeed Bax. But Piros, if you're just joining us and didn't know he was a rookie goaltender who hasn't gotten to this point before in any collegiate game, you wouldn't know it. He is playing with a great deal of confidence and a whole lot of poise back there for the Pioneers.
Great pictures being provided by David Harris and our crew for 2 days now. A lot of close calls. We've seen great looks throughout the couple days.
It was a close call right there, too, and if Austin Maurer hadn't got a stick on that, it was a 2-on-1 back the other way, and Hobart will gladly take the offside to not concede the odd man rush. Maurer again in the NEHC. First team once again. Last year's tournament MVP.
All right, Fassig against Bro. Bro takes it, sends it left side. Back is Maurer for Hobart. Ahead it goes to the neutral zone. After it, Maurer crosses the blue line, centers it. Now Maurer kicks it, has it in the slot. Backhands it to the corner, but it's intercepted by Bro, knocked down by Maurer. but right there in front of the goal, taking it away nicely, was Brighton. Now Mullera knocks it behind the goal where Maurer will collect. It's 1-0 Utica, 6:25 to go. Here in this national championship game, we're in the second period.
Maurer wanted to rush that puck, but he knew his line mates were gassed, so was he, so he headed off.
All right, Gullickson up the left side. He takes a big check from Fasig. Legal check, no penalty there.
Gullickson's hurt, though. He's just hobbled off to the bench. It looked like a legal check to me as well.
Lally to the left wing. Now the shot stopped by Piros from the far side. It comes all the way out to neutral ice for Aquero. Lundberg tries to stick it away. Coming up with it, Lally. Lally will push it forward up the left side. Gets it to the middle. Here's Daniels at the circle. Daniels looks to center. Now Aquero behind the goal. Aquero backhand in front. Trying to get it to Shell, but it was taken away on a good play by Wood.
Another five-man defensive play, that time to Dario right back, the center in the middle of things, back checking. That's a big part of the reason why the Statesmen have been stifled so far. That defense in the defensive zone, they really don't give you much as far as open looks to get a shot on goal. They've clogged the shooting lanes as they did on Friday night.
All right, Morrissey sends it down. Back is Brighton. 5:15 to go in the second period. Icing upcoming. Haven't had a lot of them in the game.
Well, a couple of the ones we've had that have been called against Utica have been in situations like that where they've tried to spring Vitale. Now let's look at the hit that sends Gullickson to the bench. It looked clean from our angle. And from the side, not from behind. Unfortunate that Fassig's hit caused an injury. We hope Gullickson's okay, but the referee's arm stayed down, and I can understand why after seeing that replay.
31-17 Hobart shots advantage. However, they trail by a goal in their quest to win a third straight championship. And again, in unfamiliar territory, being behind in a championship game. Now coming up is Belov.
Belov's a one-man wrecking crew out there right now.
D'Amatos, puck caroms wide of Piros.
Was he Asenza again right in the doorstep? We got a tip on that and almost knocked it home.
D'Amatos on goal. That's a relatively easy save. Schulteis sends it off the glass.
They're trying to catch Piros by surprise, I think. Nothing wrong with doing that, but speculative and ambitious. Unlikely to succeed, but hey, why not?
Well, keep peppering him, I guess.
Yeah, put her on goal, see what happens.
Iasenza sends it down. Hobart will change. Utica will start up ice. That's Bro, right wing. Bro to the circle, backhand in front. Past Mullera. And back come the Statesmen with Duclair. Duclair in front, and that goes through. Good feed from Duclair. Now the shot from the sharp angle wide.
Yeah, Shimizi was there. Just to the other end, Mullera as well. Both passes just missing their respective targets.
Mullera to the right side. Morse stopped by Beaver.
Good hit by Elliott over in the corner, too, to finish his check.
Now Morse had it intercepted. That's Mendelson. Ahead it goes Tote. Tomasz Tote. He is from Hungary.
See more Hungarian players in college hockey now, too. I think I've seen 4 in the roster in this year.
All right, back is Morrissey.
Just one in this game, of course.
Of course. 19 assists this year for Morrissey. We talked about him earlier. Good offensive defender. Back is Swift. He has 17 assists. They have a lot of talented players on Hobart who go both ways with points and with defense.
Well, the collection of talent, both teams on the ice. I mean, that's, again, what you just want to see in a national championship game, and these are two just terrific teams.
All right, Utica, save Beaver. Utica on the forecheck.
That's John Gott, almost put that on goal from a tough angle.
All right, back come the Statesmen up the right side. This is Ryan in front. Ryan goes after behind the goal. Now comes loose. After it is Chow from the angle.
Oh.
Stopped off the shot from Aquero. Kept in at the point, Lally. Puck knocked down. Aquero shooting. Saved Piros. And the puck cleared to the far side. Aquero reverses.
I don't know if I saw it, Steve.
All right, Lally shooting. Knocked down in front. A wide open goal, but Shell had it knocked away. Wild action. Hobart cannot score, though, at this point. Here's Daniels. at the circle. One-timer Lally behind the goal. Pressure Statesman. And finally, Piros covers up 2:02 to go.
Oh, that was
second
smart.
period.
That was smart by Piros. His team was really discombobulated in the defensive zone. Look all the shots, and this is the one from Aquero. I don't know how it stays out. Aquero shoots off the glove, rolls off the top of the net, and out the other side. But that wasn't it for the pressure for the Statesmen. Their best offensive zone pressure here in the second period for sure, and probably in the game, and Piros had to cover up that puck. The Statesmen were desperate for a stoppage and desperate for a change, and they get both.
Utica goaltending this year. They've had a wild time of it, and Piros has settled in as a number one.
The Pioneers wanted the change. Hobart wanted to keep that clock running and keep that shift going.
All right, play remains in the Utica zone. Iasenza out to the point. Sent wide of Piros. Now collecting it, it is Iasenza. Working with Fontana. Fontana, good move, but he had it knocked away by Bro, who's hard to get around. And now the shot towards Piros, stop off the rip from Fontana. More pressure on Piros. Hobart so determined in this period, but they cannot convert.
They are really opening up the throttle right now. The Statesmen trying everything to get one past Piros, but Piros seems locked in.
1:20 to go, second period. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. The national championship game between Hobart and Utica, and what a game it has been. A great scene here at Utica. This is not Utica's normal home ice. They play at the Memorial Auditorium most of the time. But here, there was events this weekend, so we're here. And a great scene. They hosted Utica, the championship in 2017, but Utica was not in the Frozen Four that year.
They'll host again next year as well. This was kind of last minute. Next year, it's already been predetermined as every other year seeding continues.
Duclair, shooting Duclair, and that's high. Duclair had ice wide open.
Yeah, Schuldeis had lost his stick too, so Duclair had a runway to the goal.
Elliott shooting wide. More pressure by Hobart. 55 seconds left in the period. That's icing.
That's one the Pioneers had to make too. They had to dump the puck because they were desperate. Let's watch another offensive zone chance and watch Duclair again, just leaving a vapor trail. And that shot coming way out. Piros to cut down the angle. And with Schuldeis trying to dive across to force Duclair to let that shot go without getting too close to his goaltender.
Face off to the right of Piros with 49.5 to go in the second period.
Pioneers just want to get to the locker room, still up a goal.
All right, Hobart on the forecheck. 40 seconds to go in the period. Coming up for it, centering past D'Amatos, no one there. And Utica on the counter. After the opportunistic Vitale, back is Elliott. Vitale forechecking, comes up with it at the corner. He had the game winner yesterday, or pardon me, Friday, against Curry in the overtime. Now taken by Mendelson late in the period. Mendelson knocks it down. 13 seconds left in the second period. Piros winds it around, and Gullickson tries to push it out. He does. Keep it at the neutral zone. Now Mendelson centers. Lundberg stopped by Beaver. That's the end of the period.
Good to see Gullickson back, too. He took that big hit early on from Tristan Fassig about 10 minutes ago. Back out on the ice, looking none the worse for wear. I'm sure he's still feeling that check and that crunch he got into the boards. But he is back out there, and that is good news for the Pioneers.
Well, in spite of enormous pressure from Hobart, it's Utica's Vitale scoring the only goal in this game. And if you're Hobart, you're thinking the Trine game. You were down 2-0 after 2 in the quarterfinals at home, a place you had won 53 straight games, or 52, and you got your 53rd straight with a big
to Andrew De La Rovere and Matt Wood at 9:34, even strength, the only goal so far.
And again, Beaver the marquee goalie, but it's Piros with more saves. He has 18, Beaver 17. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. The third period upcoming in this national championship game. Utica leads 1-0. We'll see you soon. You're watching the 2025 NCAA Division III Men's Ice Hockey Championship from Utica. Back shortly. All right, welcome back to the Utica University Nexus Center, the 2025 NCAA Division III Men's Ice Hockey Championship. Hobart trails Utica 1-0. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. Hobart had a ton of chances in the second period, Rob. Early on, they just missed.
Yeah, it's funny how the game works sometimes. You know, you dominate the period when it comes to offensive opportunities, but you don't score. But we saw the Statesmen certainly have chances in that second period. There's Chris Duclair, who was the center of a lot of those chances. Tanner Daniels just rings that off the inside of the post. That was one that drew a quick replay, but clearly didn't go in. And now here's the opportunity buried by the guy who's been so clutch. Eric Vitale had the game winner in overtime on Friday, and here's his goal. Just kind of stayed with the play, and that sent the Pioneers faithful into euphoria here with the only goal of that second period. But some of the Statesmen didn't have other chances. Luca Quero off the top of the net, it just stayed out wide. And the last 2 minutes were just a constant barrage of pressure for the Statesmen. Standing tall, Ryan Piros, though, the goaltender. In that period, he made 13 saves as the Statesmen outshot the Pioneers 13-5.
All right, so here is what is on the line here. You've got Utica going for his first ever national championship here in Utica. You've got Hobart trying to become the third school to go with a three-peat, to achieve a three-peat. They are trailing 1-0 Hobart against Utica. What a storyline going into this game.
It's amazing. We'll see here. I mean, sometimes you have a team going for it for the first time that has what I've heard referred to as Icarus syndrome. They have a lead after 2 periods, flying a bit too close to the sun, and it falls apart in the third. Let's see if that happens here, or if the poise of Ryan Piros continues and Utica finishes the job. But I'll tell you one thing, the Statesmen, they have been down 7 times after 2 periods this season. They are 7-0 in that situation. Of course, Utica 14-2 closing out games when they've had a lead after 40 minutes.
Utica going left to right. They are in the dark uniforms. Hobart had the higher ranking, so they're in the white. It is 1-0 Utica. Beaver save off the shot from Mulera right away. Now Hobart pushing it forward, not looking for it. You had Aquero, and Utica came away with the puck. Now Daniels gets in front of it, loose at the neutral zone, where it's taken by Maurer of Hobart. Mulera can't get to it for Utica. And back for Hobart, Swift. Utica leading 1-0. Here comes the pass up ice to Maurer. Maurer works up the left side, Hobart attacking. After it is Aquero on the far side, but it bounces to Utica. And here they come with Lundberg from the left wing. Puck knocked away by Lally. Maurer behind the goal for Hobart. This is the Hobart zone. After 2 periods, Piros had 18 saves, Beaver 17 for Hobart. We've played over a minute and we had icing, so the faceoff will be in the Utica zone.
Pioneers just short of that center red line. Preston Brighton thought he had gotten to the center ice spot, but referee and the linesman disagrees. The faceoff will be in the Hobart offensive zone. 22-10 in favor of Utica in the faceoff circle after 2 periods.
All right, it's Iasenza winning the faceoff. Quick shot, save Piros on the shot from Fontana. Several times we've seen Hobart almost score off faceoffs.
Yeah, it's funny. They're not winning very many of them. The ones they have won, they've turned into opportunities immediately. And Fontana had some room stick side upstairs. I think that took a deflection off one of the Pioneers' defensemen on the way in. And that allowed Piros to cover it up. But here's another offensive zone faceoff for Hobart.
And again, it's Iasenza for Hobart. Comes out to the point. Utica takes possession. And after it is Morse. Morse taken off the play by Lally. Good fundamentals on that defense there.
Lally couldn't have played that any better than he did. That was perfect.
All right, Fontana up the wing. Backhand in front. Short side. Saved by Piros. Now you have a collision in the goal.
You had a cross-check in the goal is what you had. Iasenza buzzed the tower a little bit, just kind of hoping for a rebound that never came off of Piros, and he was absolutely jacked in the back. That was Scoville, you'll see, with a two-hander right here. Wham! Not enough to draw a whistle, not enough to draw a penalty. Again, they're calling only the ones that are glaringly obvious, and that one didn't meet the standard of the referees. Each team with only 1 power play tonight. Neither one has scored.
All right, Hobart. Shimizi tried to get a shot off. It got deflected. Behind the goal, loose at the crease. Here comes Chow, who scored Friday. Taken away, Tote. Getting in front of it, Brighton. Tote falls down, gets up, goes after it. Shimizi for Hobart. They're on the forecheck. Comes to the near side. Finally, Utica takes possession. Boy, Hobart's throwing everything they have at him.
I think that's the way Hobart's going to equalize here, if they do, is just off something set up by their forecheck. Because it has been relentless. It has definitely put the pressure on the Pioneers, and they've handled it relatively well, but there's only so much you can do against a team that forechecks as well as Hobart. They're going to get their chances from time to time. It's a question of where they can bury one.
Fassig took a big check on the near side.
Now, Hobart, he's throwing his checks around, Fassig is, and I think Utica felt they owed him one for early on.
Brighton to Delo Rivera. Vitale tries to get into Hobart territory, taken back by Wood. Wood at the circle, sends it front, and the save Beaver on Delo Rivera.
And it took a little too long to develop, Steve. They had the chance.
Vitale, loose in front. What a save by Beaver on Wood. An unbelievable save.
Matt Wood can't believe it. There's the All-American Damon Beaver. Keeping his statesman down just 1 goal. You would have expected Matt Wood to score his 10th. He had it down low. Beaver diving back, and he keeps it out. I don't know if he got it with the stick or the body, but what a desperation save by the junior from Whitby, Ontario.
That was sensational.
The best saves I've seen in any game all year long.
Beaver keeping Hobart down 1. If you want to know why he's an All-American, there you go. All right, Hobart still down 1. They've lost only 1 game all year, and their defense and their goalies have so much to do with that.
That was an overtime, too. They've not been beaten in regulation all season.
All right, Daniels on the forecheck at the corner. Hobart really being put to the test. Coach Taylor telling me, every year is a journey. Every year is different. And this is certainly different. They're trailing in a national title game by 1. Morse is shooting. St. Piros and wide. Fontana on the follow.
Piros is dialed in right now, and this is the biggest challenge that the Statesmen have had. Utica icing the puck, but this Utica team in the defensive zone, they really seem to be feeding off their goaltender, Ryan Piros. Again, just a freshman. He's only been with a team since about New Year's or so. 9-0-1 in his first 10, wins the starting job, and you can kind of see why Coach Heenan's gone with him the rest of the year. Another great save. There's the rebound. And he had a lot of that net covered up, so even a shot on goal probably gets stopped by Piros there as well.
All right, off the faceoff, here's a shot blocked. That was Fontana, and getting in front of that was Scoville.
Desperation flicked down the ice by Scoville, too.
All right, Hobart. They have just been relentless, but Piros has been terrific in goal. I'm still trying to get over that Beaver save. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, Beaver's save, you look at that one, and we'll see how the rest of this third period ends up. But that save so huge as far as just giving his team a boost and keeping the Statesmen down just by one.
Yeah, take a look at it again. It's worth looking again. Watch this.
You think Wood here, it's a bouncing puck. That's why he has to settle it. It was bouncing, and that's what gave Beaver a little bit more time to get back. If that puck came in cleanly, it's 2-0. But an awesome save.
Another save, Beaver, off that faceoff. Utica shot by Wood, who has been denied again by Beaver.
And Wood with an assist tonight, but he's more of a goal scorer, and he's been awfully close to a couple.
All right, Iasenza for Hobart. 15:55 to go, third period. Up the right side, Fontana, glove by Piros.
Yeah, Piros and backs taking exception. That was Iasenza who went right to the goal, and that's what Hobart's going to try to do. They're going to try to rattle Ryan Piros, try to disrupt him and get him off his game, because right now he has been unbeatable. They have to find a way to get into the rookie's head, but that may be a lot easier said than done. Iasenza certainly trying, and he is chirping on his way to the bench, and he's here getting return.
Face off to the left of Piros.
That was Vitale, who was in a bit of a debate with him.
All right, shot off the face-off towards Piros. He saw it all the way.
A quick sneaky shot from Chris Duclair.
All right, Lundberg turns, sends it to the corner. Duclair is back for Hobart. Duclair, Elliott, stretch pass, connects. Now on the near side, Shimizi. Sends it behind the goal. Tote there with Shimizi. Shimizi is sneaky. 10 goals for Shimizi this year.
It would have been an icing, but it ends up on goal. So the Pioneers, who really needed a change, got one.
All right, the Statesmen dump it down. Fasig after it. Fasig takes possession, works it out to the point for Swift. Swift had it knocked away by Hughes. It goes out.
Utica again, the defensive zone, putting every puck carrier under pressure, not giving them much time at all to make a decision. That's been a key to their success over the course of the weekend, is they are not allowing a whole lot of really good looks to their opponents. Whether that was the game on Friday night when they knocked off Curry in overtime and blocked a ton of shots and forced even more wide. They were outchanced in that game, still won it. Same kind of thing here today. Defensive zone, it's just been a tough thing to operate for the Statesmen to find an open look and a clean shot on goal.
Fasig wins the faceoff. Swift shoots through a crowd, knocked away. Back is Mendelson behind the goal.
That stung Morris on the block, but he went out. Example of what I said, he didn't give Swift any time to let that go.
All right, Swift will go back and get it. Tension-filled third period. A lot of stories to be written in the next 14:40. All right, behind the goal, Hobart advancing. And up the right side, Ryan. This is the fourth line out there for Hobart right now. Aguero with a stick on the ice. Sent it to no one. Utica takes it back.
It was Daddario's stick. He's got a new one, but it's still out there.
Beaver pokes it to the corner with the carom coming towards him. This is the Hobart zone.
Daddario there, too, making sure to cancel the icing because he won the race to the puck with his hustle.
Lally up ahead. Here come the Statesmen. Down a goal. They push it forward.
They're offside, too. They have to clear the zone.
All right. After it, Vitale. Again, they try to spring him. But Daniels takes it. That was icing, I believe.
I think they're offside. It shouldn't have been an icing because Vitale won the race. I think they may have been offside, however. And since the pass came from behind the center red line, the faceoff will be back down at the Utica end. I think it's just a question of where they're going to have it, though. Could be
Well, he got his stick. They do call icing, I think.
It was icing. It wasn't on the Vitale play because he clearly won that race. I thought they still had players in the zone, but the faceoff is going to be in the Pioneers' defensive zone to Piros' right.
Watch for the shots off the faceoff by Hobart. They've been doing a lot of that. Aguero. All right, that comes to Daniels in the save by Piros.
Just like they drew it up, right?
Just like we thought it could happen, maybe.
Yep. We've seen that before.
Yes. All right, Morrissey pinching. All right, back. You got Lally. Up ahead, Daniels, right wing. Daniels to the slot. One-timer, stopped by Piros. He kicks it out. Fontana denied, and the puck goes out.
There was room there, too, and what a quick flick of the right leg by Ryan Piros to deny the goal. You see it right here. It's a picture-perfect pass, and Piros, there was daylight, came over to kick it away, not once but twice. Talked an awful lot about Hobart's goaltender Damon Beaver and how he can get into the head of opposing players and make them look for the perfect shot. I wonder if the rookie Ryan Piros is having the same effect on the Statesman here.
All right, again, they win the faceoff. Hobart's been winning more faceoffs as the game has developed. Now, winding it around Fontana. Back is Perek. Utica trying to hold on to a lead. Now, Chow. In front of Cubs. Chow goes after it far side, keeps it in.
Love that pass.
All right, behind to Fontana. Puck behind the goal. Hobart forward checking. After a Belov, puck comes free and taken by Utica, and it's sent out by Hughes. Back now is Chow. Chow had the first goal Friday in the victory over Geneseo.
One of the differences in this third period is that Hobart has not allowed Utica to get that forecheck going that was disrupting the Statesmen so much in the first and part of the second period.
The clock is ticking. Now the shot wide. It's 12.5 to go. Loose in front. Oh, and fanning Tote. He had a look.
He hopped over his stick. A bouncing puck denied him.
2-on-2. Utica attacking. Now on the far side, Lundberg. Working with Gullickson, comes in front, Beaver tries to fight it, and wow, Gullickson pushing, so is Shimizi. He pushed Lundberg, and now you got Beaver sitting down right now.
And Beaver was trying to find the puck because that was a quick reaction save by the junior goaltender. Another big one from Beaver that he found somehow, and I'm not sure how because it was a sneaky pass from behind the goal line, ends up out in front. And we'll see it again right here. Watch this pretty pass. Then on the backhand, the shot on goal by Gabriel Lundberg, and now Lundberg's going to try to drive it home by pitchforking the goalie into the net, and even that didn't work. Beaver kept it out. He went in the goal, but the puck did not.
Although that time it was Utica with pressure, the overall shots of the game, 47-25 Hobart.
That's shot opportunities and shot attempts, not shots on goal necessarily, but it does again tell that Hobart's letting it rip when they have the chance.
But they have not been able to convert.
Not yet. The longer that goes on, the more confident that the goaltender Ryan Piros has to be, and he looks pretty darn confident right now down for the Utica net.
What a job by Piros. Now Mendelson sends it to the far side, comes out to the half wall, Fassig in front it goes, Fassig after it. Utica takes possession, they clear, and they work their way up ice with Wood, who's been denied a few times. Shot goes high, the spectacular save by Beaver on Wood will long be remembered whatever happens in this game. Now Ryan sends it around. Aquero after it. Hobart forechecking down a goal. Cross ice feed. Here's Morrissey shooting behind goal. Follow and Hobart ties it 1-1. Ryan.
Well, that goal was wholly deserved for the rookie Easton Ryan. He was excellent early on in this game defensively, and the fourth line comes through. Ryan, the former junior Bruin, 13 goals, 6 assists last season for the Merritt Centennials in the British Columbia League. Hasn't scored a goal in a month, but he's got one here for his 5th of the season. And what a massive goal by the rookie, locking us up 1-1. That all starts at the point. Bauer Morrissey sends it into a crowd, and there's Ryan there to convert to tie us up. Game on here in Utica for a national championship.
All that pressure, they finally score. It's 1-1 third period. 11:20 to go. It is so loud in this arena right now. Hobart fans making their presence felt. Here comes Mulera for Utica. Play at the neutral zone. Morse takes it at the left wing for the Pioneers. Knocked off the play. Here's Lally. Lally for Hobart. Ahead it goes to Daniels. Up the left side. Daniels pushes it down, knocked back by the Pioneers. Here's Chow at the red line, backhands it down. It's 1-1, 10:50 to go third period.
I said this game had 2-1 written all over it. I was joking before and said it's going to be 2-1 final in 5 overtimes. We still have that potential. I don't think it'll go that late, but 2-1 is kind of an easy call between these two very good teams. That might be a second goal. It might be all that anyone needs to win this game. Just the question of who's going to get it.
All right, the puck goes out. Hobart relentless, coming back, and again trailing in the game. But this is a team that's just done so much winning over the years. They're very calm under pressure.
Yeah, there's no panic in the Hobart team. They're down 1-0 to an excellent Utica team after 2 periods, but they're the 2-time defending champs. They've been in situations where they've had to battle back at times. Not so much in the finals the last couple of years, but certainly at times in the NCAA tournament this year and others.
Elliott shooting. I think he got a glove on it, Piros. Now on the far side, he is Senza. All right, the forecheck by Hobart, but Utica on the counter. They will dump it down after it. Gullickson on the near side. Now Beaver winds it around. Utica on the forecheck. Puck comes loose. Taken by D'Amatos. 1-1 third period. We're about halfway through the third period. It's a national championship game and we're tied. Now it's Fontana working right. Fans. Shoots! Wide! He almost put that in, falling down after fanning.
What a great individual effort by Khalil Fontana, the junior.
Some amazing plays here. Now Shimizi behind the goal. Working with Duclair, taken by Gutt of Utica. Now the puck flipped forward. Right now, Utica, they're doing everything they can to hold off Hobart. They are really pushing the envelope, the Statesmen.
Right now, you kind of look at this game, and Utica has a feeling that they've got their finger in the jam. Well, maybe a chance here.
All right, that's a takeaway front, and it's blocked. Back comes Hobart. Up the left side, Tote comes away with the puck at the circle. Taken back by the Pioneers. They will counter. That's Murphy sending it down. Flipping towards Beaver. Got to be careful there.
Yeah, those are tougher than they look for a goaltender when they skip off the ice like that.
Mendelson, cross-ice pass.
That's twice now the referees accidentally gotten involved, and both times it benefited the Pioneers more than it did the Statesmen.
Ryan, relentless. Ryan tied the game earlier. Look at Ryan. Comes after it. They are just doing everything they can to forecheck and get the puck. Comes out to the blue line. Lally shooting wide. Hobart looking to go ahead here. There's Morrissey. Lally shooting. Now goes to the side. Mendelson. Back comes Lally. Lally sends it to Mendelson at the corner. Knocked away by Scoville. Scoville is a rock defensively. Now comes near side. Cross-ice feed. Lally shot blocked. In front it comes. Piros will cover up.
Well, that paddle looking like a butterfly net right there. Piros just reaching out, making a tough play on an airborne puck to bring that back. But here's the Fontana chance, just making the scoring chance for himself. 3 defenders back there. And his second effort was a very good opportunity to put his team on top.
1-1, 8:13 to go, third period. Face off. We've seen a lot of them in the third period in the Utica zone. Aguero loses that face off. Utica wins it, and they send it ahead. Here's Morse with Mulera. Don't forget, Utica has potent offense, so you can't sleep on Utica's offense, no doubt.
The momentum's in Hobart's corner right now. It only takes one opportunity to pull it right back to the Pioneers, I should say, because you're right. They do have plenty of guys who can put their team right back on top with a flick of the wrist.
And remember Vitale with his 5 game-winning goals, including Friday. He's not out there at the moment, but he is definitely a factor always.
He's had the hot stick with the game winner on Friday night and just scoring goals recently as a 3-on-2 develops.
There's Gullickson. Shooting! Save Beaver. And it goes out.
Now, I know that shot was from up above the face-off circle or the face-off dot. But what was done there by Gullickson is he used the defenseman very, very well as a screen, trying to fool Beaver. Didn't work. Good opportunity, but again, Beaver's so good at reading the play, and he read that one to perfection.
All right, face off in the Hobart zone. Haven't seen a lot of these in this third period in the Hobart zone, but an opportunity for the Pioneers. Gut tried to shoot it, but it got knocked away. Now back is Bax. After it to Speedy Duclair. Duclair working against Bax. He is so fast.
I haven't seen Duclair lose a race to the puck this weekend.
But it's Utica up ice. Murphy after it in the corner. Murphy takes it at the half wall. Sends it to the corner. On the forecheck, you had Aiden Hughes. Knocked off the boards. Hobart tried to start something at the neutral zone, but Utica takes it back. 1-1 game, third period, 6:50 to go, regulation. Dribbles towards Beaver. He covers up. In front there was Daddario.
He just came on the ice. Daddario. I like what this fourth line has done for Utica. John Gutt centering Shane Murphy and Aiden Hughes. They are putting some pressure on. And again, both these teams so deep. Sometimes you see a team with a fourth line, you get scored on by the fourth line. It's like, oh, how'd that happen? But not here tonight. These teams, just some outstanding depth. 1 fourth line goal already from Easton Ryan. And Utica trying to return serve and get back on top with their fourth line and generating some possibilities.
All right, De La Rivera against Fasig. Now they'll do it again. This is the Hobart zone. Face off to the right of Beaver. 6:49 to go, third period. 1-1, Hobart and Utica. All right, Fasig won the face-off. Morrissey got it ahead. However, back taking it is Perek for Utica. Up ahead, De La Rivera. He kicks it to the corner. Back is Morrissey working with Lally. Lally off the boards, up ice. Back is Schulteis. 1-1, 6.5 to go. Vitale tries to gather it. He does. They're on side with Wood. Shot goes wide. Hobart comes back. Daniels, right side. Shot, kicked out on the attempt again by Ryan. Now Aquero from the circle, blocked. Cleared by Utica, desperately icing the puck.
Now we'll see if maybe Gary Heenan wants to take his time out here because it's an offensive zone draw for the Statesmen. And they've been very, very good since the late stage of the second period, setting things up on offensive zone faceoffs. Depends, I guess, on what he sees out there as far as fatigue for his players. Looks like, though, he just wants to play on.
How about Easton Ryan of Hobart?
Great third period for Ryan. And again, he's been doing it defensively. His checking's been on point here in the this weekend. He was rewarded for that with that goal. It's no less than he deserved, as I said at the time. It's good to see a rookie get rewarded for some strong play.
All right, he's not out there now. You got the top line out there for Hobart. They're forechecking. They have tied the game in this period. It was 1-0 Utica after 2. Here's Lundberg taken back by Aquero, but Lundberg got in front of him, or they may have had numbers there. Now it's Aquero up the left side, taken back by Utica at the neutral zone. Interception. Utica flipping it towards Beaver. Retrieving it is Maurer. Maurer up the near side. 1-1 third period. Maurer cross ice. Fontana at the circle. Sends it to the side of the goal. Fontana after it. Sends it out to the point. Iasenza. Back to Fontana. Couldn't control it. Utica trying to clear the zone. And that puck goes out. Utica has been under enormous pressure in this period. And they were not able to clear the zone. They flipped it out. Face off in the zone in the Utica zone.
And the thing about that is, too, in the professional ranks, you get penalized for that. You don't in the collegiate ranks, but you can't change. And that's the issue for the Pioneers right now, is they have to keep the same players out there. And they wanted to make a change. Bax was arguing he got tipped, but he lost that argument, so the same 5 stay out there for the Pioneers. Yeah, and now Gary Heenan will have to take his time out. He didn't take it earlier. He's going to take it now.
Well, that gives us a chance to pause for a moment. I mean, it's been a wild third period. Hobart, we talked about it. They have not been down in these 3 championship games that they've been in. This was the first time, and they have answered the call by tying the game. But like you said, opportunities could present themselves for Utica, so hard to say what's going to happen the rest of the way here.
Now they were down to Trine, as you were mentioning earlier. Steve came back, and they won that game in overtime. It always seems like this Hobart team over the last couple of years has been pressed into overtime by somebody in the early rounds. And that just, kind of sharpens the steel when you have to go and play a real tough game like that in your way to a championship. They did that last year. Of course, that was the Curry game a couple of years back, too. So they've been in this situation as far as having to kind of make these runs in tight games. But here this weekend in the finals, they had to play from behind for the first time. They're back level at 1, but again, Utica, they don't have the momentum right now, but it only takes a second for that to change for this Pioneers team. And a lot of players, give them the split-second opportunity, can put the Pioneers right back on top.
1-1, third period, face-off in the Utica zone. Iasenza, shot again, wide. They have been working on that all game.
Just like Iasenza to score there, wouldn't it?
It would have been. He's had one game-winning goal this year, and that came 2 days ago. Fontana winds it around, goes behind the goal. Scoville for Utica. 4:45 to go, third period, 1-1. National title game. Here comes Bro. Bro's shot sticked away. Now coming back with it, it is Morrissey. He will navigate to the red line. Morrissey looks for the shot. He is ridden off the play but keeps the puck. Sends it up along the wall, taken back by Utica. And on the back check, Belov. And it's D'Amato sending it right side. Slapper, Shimizi, save Piros.
Yeah, good shot for Shimizi to take. 10 goals on the season for the former Robert Morris player. Was on a 4-game goal streak before it got snapped against Geneseo in the semifinals, but he's a natural goal scorer, the sophomore. I want to have him take a rip, even from distance, and see what he can do. And he did force a fumble there from Ryan Piros, but Piros right back on top of it, and no white jerseys in the vicinity.
27 saves for Piros, 25 for Beaver. Here comes Utica, 1-1 game. Gullickson, right side, Gullickson centers in front, and it's redirected wide. Lundberg sends it to the far side. Pressure Utica. Now Hobart takes possession with Shimizi. Ahead it goes, knocked away from Tote. Back comes Lundberg for Utica. They're onside. But now Brighton has to go back. Schulteis with 3:45 to go. Third period, 1-1. 2 years ago, Hobart went to overtime with Adrian and won in overtime on the goal by Will Crane. Now Lundberg had it taken away. Back, it comes towards the blue line. Finally, Elliott able to take it out for Hobart, but a stoppage.
Hand pass, I believe, being called here, so the faceoff will be just outside the defensive zone for the Statesmen. And again, you go back to that goal. It's always someone different stepping up for the Statesmen every single night.
Will Crane will never have to buy dinner in Geneva, New York, ever.
And Easton Ryan tonight, his 5th goal of the season. It's always someone different. That's when you got a deep, talented team, as both these teams do, that can happen.
Here's Vitale. We talked about him.
Yeah, he's just Mr. Clutch.
He's a gamer, according to Coach Heenan. He also says that Vitale is our team clown. He says that's a good thing, though.
That's a good guy to have. He was the Rookie of the Year back in 2024 in the conference. 11 goals this season for the Toronto native, and just a sophomore as well. So, both these teams certainly have a good mix of older players and young guys coming up. So that's bad news for everyone else in D3, because these guys aren't going anywhere regardless of who wins tonight.
All right, Dario on the faceoff for Utica, taken by Chow, and it's knocked forward by who else? Ryan, who has been everywhere. But now Perek sends it ahead. It's steered forward. Utica will change. Meanwhile, back, it is Chow. Chow working his way to the neutral zone. He'll cycle it. Coming up for Daniels, but cutting it off was Piros. And now Utica will start back. 2:55 to go. It's really quiet here right now. It's so tense. Back behind the goal it goes. Front shot wide. Malera.
That's the best look the Pioneers have had all period. Malera just missed.
All right, Daniels. Across it goes to Shell. Shell, shoot save, follow wide. Daniels had an open net. 2:25 to go. Swift through a crowd. Bounces to the far side.
Right through Schulteis' legs.
Shell behind the goal now. They look for the wrap try. Utica desperately trying to clear the puck. Morrissey can't keep it in. Hobart will have to regroup. Here's Swift. 2:05 to go, third period. Swift sends it to the corner. After it, Iasenza, who had the game winner 2 days ago. Iasenza in the corner. Iasenza shoots wide from the other side from where he scored. Just missed. Now the shot blocked. Fontana, far side. Belov, who has 3 goals this year. Shot goes wide. Belov had 16 last year. He's a goal scorer. But now Morrissey back, takes it, avoided Murphy. Fontana with 1.5 to go. Here's Duclair. Duclair at the circle, goes down, taking it Shimizi. Shimizi had it blocked in front. Tote. Tote looks for it. Tote. Now Duclair and Tote. Here's Tote. Backhand in front. And the puck is in the crease. No goal. Wow, they came so close. Now Shimizi in front. Loose. Piros down.
Stick's gone too. Piros is out without a stick. And looks like we have a crease violation, and that's going to bail out the Pioneers. Wow. The second period ended a lot like this third period is ending, with relentless pressure from the Statesmen. Let's see what happened here. You'll watch Piros lose his stick. There it is. Oh, it just stayed out. Shimizi was there on the goal line. I'm pretty sure that was Scoville I saw down on the ice to keep that out with the first opportunity, as everybody was crashing the net inside the blue paints. It wasn't a crease violation, though. The faceoff stays in the zone.
The intensity in this game is off the chart.
It certainly is.
All right, faceoff to the left of Piros. 1-1, 1:05 to go, third period. National championship game. Hobart looking for a three-peat. Utica looking for its first ever national title. What a game. Face off to the left of Piros.
Isn't this what you want in a championship game?
Definitely. All right, Fatzig will take the face off for Hobart against Delo Rivera. 1:05 to go in regulation. All right, Fatzig got it out to the point. Here's Elliott. Gloved by Piros off the shot from the near wall.
I think the Pioneers will be happy if this 57.2 runs off the clock and they can just regroup in the locker room, because it has been one-way traffic. Hobart controlling the play in this contest. They want to head back to Geneva without the extra period.
Again, the face-off in the Utica zone. Fatzig taking the face-off for Hobart. 1-1, Fatzig wins it. Shot wide. That shot by Ryan.
Fatzig has his trouble in the face-off dot tonight, but he just won two huge face-offs late.
45 seconds left, third period, 1-1. Will we have an overtime in the national title game? Molera sends it ahead. All right, Hobart back defensively. 35 seconds left, third period. Play at the neutral zone. Oquero trying to pick it up. Now Shell knocks it down. Going after it, Daniels. The top line for Hobart on the ice. Comes to the near side. Now taking it, Daniels. Daniels working right, 15 seconds left, third period. Daniels in the corner in front. Shell turns from the circle. And a shot blocked. Now goes to the corner, out to the point. Morrissey, 5 seconds to go. And 2 seconds to go. Overtime at Utica. Hobart and Utica. Amazing intensity. And Utica surviving, I feel like.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Really, the way the game played down to the end of the third period, it was all Hobart. Utica really just kind of had to keep playing and keep trying to clear the puck, because they were on their heels throughout the late stages of that third period. But honestly, this is what these two teams deserve. Some more hockey to be played here tonight. And I'm guessing, I think there'll be a lot of folks who might be late for work in the Utica and Geneva areas tomorrow, because who knows how long this game will go on. We had our overtime game earlier on Friday night, Utica knocking off Curry 2-1. That one ended quickly. What about tonight? I guess we're about to find out, Steve.
And again, don't forget the save that Damon Beaver made early in the third period, which will be, I think that highlight will live forever. And at the time, the score was 1-0.
Right. That was a massive goal, because I think a 2-goal lead for either of these two teams. As good as the opponent would be, whoever's up 2-0, if that had happened, it's almost lights out in that situation, trying to come back from 2 goals down against either Utica or Hobart. Beaver kept it a 1-goal game, and then Easton Ryan tied it up.
I want to make this point about Ryan Piros before we take our break. Ryan Piros, 31 saves. Utica's goalkeeping this year was in flux. They had a regular goalie last year, Gary Roberts, who was in the national semifinals. He had a good year, did not have a good year at the beginning of this year. They were struggling. They had an excellent goalie get hurt behind Roberts, Brian Landsberger. He was not available, so they were kind of in a position where they had to play Piros first year. Coach Heenan calling it a risk, and he has been amazing.
Yeah, rewarded for that risk. He has been great tonight. Two amazing goaltenders, and what's been a goalie's duel and then some. They've been great. The teams in front of them nearly flawless, and when mistakes have happened, teammates have picked each other up, and that's why we're headed to overtime.
All right, I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. We got overtime to look forward to. Hobart and Utica looking for that trophy. Great job by David Harris and our production crew today. A little more work today, but so much fun. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. We're back shortly for overtime in the national championship game here from Utica. See you soon. All right, the Utica University Nexus Center preparing for overtime between Hobart and Utica. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. A wild third period with great action everywhere, Rob.
Seems like the Hobart fans are a little bit more excited for overtime, more nervousness on the part of Utica fans. Of course, they had the lead and almost had a second goal here. That was the save on Matt Wood by Damon Beaver, with a game 1-0 at the time in favor of the Pioneers, and eventually sets up this opportunity. The play down low, bashed home by Easton Ryan, while the second look is that shot in from the point by Morrissey, and Ryan right there to tie things up. And then the Statesmen had all the offensive pressure down the stretch in the last 10 minutes of the game. There was a close opportunity. Piros down in the crease. Ryan there again. A host of players, Shamizi as well. That shot by Chris Duclair kept out. It's one of those situations right now where you just don't know. We could be here all night, or this could end in 45 seconds. These teams, you just really can't tell, because defensively, they're both very good, but each one can take 1 second of daylight and make their opponents pay for it. Hobart's 1-1-1 in overtime. Their win was last Saturday, 3-2 against Trine in the quarterfinals. Luca Quero, the hero. Utica this year 1-0-2 in overtime. Their last win Friday night. Eric Vitale, a 2-1 win to get them here to the finals. This should be a lot of fun. Let's see how long it lasts.
Here's the stat for you. After 2 periods, Utica had 22 face-off wins to 10. Hobart out face-offed, if you will, Utica 17-7 in the third period.
Yeah, we said they were winning more and more face-offs as the game went on, and were certainly dangerous when they did so, and you really saw that come to life in the third. Here we go, overtime for our national championship.
Hobart in the white, left to right. Utica, throw at the face-off circle, taken by Hobart. We're in overtime. Piros, wound around by Schulteis. Kept in by Chow of Hobart. Chow has to go back to neutral ice, and he'll give it to Daniels. Daniels at the red line. He'll flip it down. Hobart, an amazing job forechecking in the third period, finally able to tie the game.
They neutralized the great forecheck of Utica, which had been so strong in the first couple of periods.
All right, Scoville for Utica. Ahead for Bro. Bro This is the top line out there for Utica. After it, Malera. Now it's kept in by Bro, temporarily knocked to neutral ice. All right, taking it Aquero for Hobart. He'll flip it to the far boards where Swift will cycle it. We're early in overtime. 1-1 game, national championship, Hobart and Utica. Ahead it goes for Gullickson. And Gullickson takes the puck. Brighton will cycle it for Utica. After it, Gullickson. Now Gullickson at the far corner. Belov for Hobart. Flips it to the point, kept in. And Belov with a check at the point. Meanwhile, Gullickson behind the goal sends it out to Brighton. But taken away by Fontana. Flips it towards Piros, who will leave it for Perek. And now ahead it goes. Utica navigating up ice, but they lose the puck. And back comes Shimizi, who will dump it to the corner. 1-1 in overtime. We've played a minute 40. Oops. Now Shimizi kept it in. Goes to the end boards for Hobart. Hobart on the forecheck. Now back is Delo Rivera for Utica. He will start up along the far wall. Tries to clear the zone. Can't. Duclair save Piros. Now D'Amatos comes up. Taken away. D'Amatos will send it back. Delayed offside. Now Utica clears. Delo Rivera cross ice. Here comes Vitale. And it goes behind the goal. He had his opportunity right there.
Beaver just stared him down and took away all of the net.
Vitale had the game winner Friday, 2 days ago. And he has 5 game-winning goals this year. Almost had a 6th for a national championship.
You're going to pick someone on Utica to score if you're playing that overtime. Take your pick and guess game. He's a guy I think a lot of folks would take if they're picking the Pioneers.
All right, Chow sends it wide of the goal. Back is Schulteis for Utica. Ahead it goes. Chow back. Utica collecting it at the neutral zone, and it is flipped down by Gutt, taken back by Hobart. Going up for it for Hobart is Aquero behind the goal. Aquero working with Shell, centering to Daniels, comes out to Swift. Here's Shell, near side. Shell reverses. Shell sends it to the corner. It's 1-1 in overtime. We've played 3 minutes and 8 seconds. Hobart forechecking. They keep it in the zone. Now Daniels from the circle goes behind. Shell almost had a shot. Aquero has it blocked. Utica flips it high in the air. Knocked down by Chow. Going after it for Utica was Hughes, but now here comes Hobart in front of the pass. Going after Fontana, far side. He'll wind it around after Diacenza. He scored from about that angle 2 days ago. Now, breakaway. Here comes Utica. Oh, it hits the post. It hit the post. Now another breakaway. Shot, save Piros. Follow. Shot, save Piros. Back and forth we go.
Oh, wow.
Utica hit the post, and then Hobart had a chance on the other end. Wild excitement.
Fontana, I think, if he had his a do-over there, would have taken the shot and not tried to pass that one off.
Meanwhile, Morse to Lundberg. Puck behind the goal in front.
Oh!
And getting in front of it on a great play, Fontana on the block. But here's Dodorio sitting it wide. Lundberg goes for the follow.
Beaver's lost his stick.
Wild action. Beaver doesn't have a stick. Utica will try to take advantage on the near side, Brighton. Utica came within a post of a national title, but now they are attacking. Down low it goes, and it's intercepted Iasenza. Back it goes to Fontana. Fontana will flip it down. 15 minutes to go in the overtime, first overtime. Brighton for Utica. Well, we got replays upcoming, I can tell you that.
Why? Something happened? Let's take a look at this opportunity first. Is this shot by Malera? Bing! Just off the post, came back out in front, nobody home. And here's the other chance down to the other end immediately afterwards. There's a shot, and the save made by Piros. Here comes the rebound, Fontana. He knows Belov's coming. Dropped it off to Belov, and Beloff couldn't put the shot on goal he wanted. The puck was rolling on him a little bit. We play on.
D'Amato cycles it. Hobart forechecking. Overtime here at Utica. Hobart and Utica. Perek for Utica. Flips it ahead. After it, Vitale. Back is Swift. Up to Mendelson. Things have calmed down slightly for a moment or two. That's Ryan, who has scored the only goal for Hobart today, and covering up is Piros after he saw Fassig lurking.
Sometimes you see teams shorten their bench in overtime. Mark Taylor's not doing that, and I think that's very important, too. I had a conversation earlier with Ben Lovejoy a couple years back about overtime in the postseason. Of course, he went through that and says it's as much of a mental game as anything else, and the key to that is to not do things differently than you would do them as far as what gave you success in the first place. So when you roll 4 lines, keep rolling 4 lines. And, of course, the 4th line is the line that got the goal for the Statesman team tonight.
How about Mullera hitting the post?
Oh, man.
Meanwhile, Hobart setting it down.
Oftentimes that's a kiss of death in overtime. You hit the post, the other team scores, but they didn't score right off, Hobart, so we'll see.
Shell from the circle, save Piros. Shell took advantage of the turnover and almost won it for Hobart.
Now, it was good defense after the turnover by the Pioneers, however, because Shell was looking to pass off, but Tanner Daniels was completely tied up, and that turns into a routine save, too. Daniels nowhere to get him the pass, and then that's just going to hit the goaltender Piros right in the Moose logo.
All right, Aquero against De La Rivera. Amazing intensity in this game. Here's Lally setting it behind the goal. On the far side, Daniels centers it in front. Aquero sent it wide. Now Daniels, far corner, in front. Shell denied. Comes out and unable to keep it in. Morrissey. Back is Lally. Good forechecking Utica, but it comes to neutral ice. Scoville tries to get involved defensively. Meanwhile, Perek takes it for Utica.
Save down there at the other end by Piros. That was like a fencing play, just kind of little Italian thrust with a goal stick to knock it away and deny the scoring chance.
Lally navigating for Hobart. Intercepted the pass. Ahead it goes to Lundberg. Play at the neutral zone to Dario. Sends it back. Now working is Schulteis. Up the right wing it goes. Schulteis had it knocked back. Schulteis sends it forward. Back and forth we go. Morrissey cross ice. Here's Fontana. Fontana looks to center, but he shoots, and the save by Piros.
Well, he shot that one. I think that kind of makes my point earlier on that last time he passed off in the opportunity. This time he put it on goal, hoping for a rebound because he did have his line mate, Ignat Beloff, going to goal, but no rebound allowed by Ryan Piros. Shots on goal now 36-28 in favor of the 2-time defending champs Hobart.
Shimizi will take the face-off against Bro. Bro, an excellent face-off specialist. We're going to do it again. This is the Utica zone. We're in overtime. 12:51 to go. Hobart and Utica trying to win a national title. All right, control Shimizi. Shot wide. Good effort that time by Duclair. Goes behind the goal. Duclair after it, loose in front. Cleared by Utica, and back come the Pioneers. They flip it towards Beaver. Steers it away. Mullera after it, along with Bro for Utica. Hobart tries to clear the zone. They do. Tote, cross ice. That's Duclair. Duclair at the circle, centers. Tote was taken off the play. Now back on the counter. Mullera cycles it. Utica forward checking. This is the Hobart zone. Ooh, that was quick towards Beaver. Made the stop. Back comes Hobart. Right side. Tote onside. Sends it to the corner. Statesmen are going to change.
And they're out there a while. I wonder what they were doing there on that overlap attempt on the pass, but they were tired, so they just wanted to get fresh skaters on there.
All right, the forecheck gut for Utica. One bounce of the puck may determine this national championship. Here is Chow. Chow behind the goal. He was looking to attack. He still has it at the corner. He's a defender. Back to Mendelson at the end boards. Comes out. There's Chow from the point now. Lost it.
Trouble.
And the takeaway De La Rivera, but he couldn't get the puck up ice. He finally does. And taking it is Hughes. blocked. Here comes Brighton, working left at the circle for Utica. Brighton in front. And with the puck, De La Rivera for Utica. Fassig comes over to take it away. Hughes kept it in, goes behind the goal. Swift for Hobart, up along the wall. We're in overtime. It's 1-1. Gullickson, cross ice. Schulteis, right wing, in front. Gullickson, and it's knocked away. Utica can't keep it in. Schulteis has to go back and get it.
It all started with Callum Chow broke his stick, and then luckily for the Statesmen, that broken stick played a major role in why the Pioneers couldn't break it down the ice quickly, as they would have likely had an odd man rush.
All right, ahead, here comes Aquero. Aquero, who had the game winner against Trine to get Hobart here. That was a quarterfinal game at the Cooler, but Utica has it. Utica, Dario working, puck comes in front, kicked away. Now, Dario could not keep it in. Back is Morrissey for Hobart. Ahead it goes Aquero against Scoville. That's a great matchup there. Taken by Fontana. In front, Fontana, stopped by Piros.
Oh, it's right on the goal line. Piros had to be brave there. He knew contact was likely coming. Fontana breaking in, and it was a tough angle, trying to drag that back out in front, but Piros, again, very alert, very much on his game, seeing the puck well, and yep, there he is, and he puts the big leather on top of it to freeze the puck. Halfway through overtime, minus 3 seconds.
What a game.
Oh, this one's going to live on in the minds of everybody who's watching it.
Hobart and Utica, 1-1, face off in the Utica zone. It is Iasenza on the face-off for Hobart, but Utica winning it. And Hughes at the neutral zone. Back comes Hobart. Iasenza shoots, save Piros. Now far side, collected by Mulera. Mulera navigating, comes to the near side. Mulera delayed offside. Now Elliott, and they put the arm down. Utica now looking to advance. De La Rivera. Puck comes back. 9:31, that's icing. Big face-off upcoming.
That's an icing that Hobart will take, too, as they're a bit disorganized defensively and trying to get some players on there. The door opened out in the corner. Not sure why that was the case. Matt Wild, the referee, making sure it was shut. I don't think anyone off, did they? Didn't see anybody skate over there.
I'm thinking of a word to describe this game, maybe. How about chaos?
It has been frenetic. It's been chaotic. It's been a lot of such things. If we have the thesaurus, we can try and list a lot of synonyms. The one thing that comes to me, through all that chaos, it's been wildly entertaining and a whole bunch of fun.
All right, De La Rivera shot off the face-off, and a save by Beaver. We've seen Hobart do that today. Now Iasenza. That time, De La Rivera, almost a face-off shot for a championship.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was taking a page out of the Hobart playbook there for a moment. It almost worked.
Stretch pass connects.
3-2.
Here comes Utica behind the goal. In front it comes Beaver. Tries to fight it. Cleared away. Now taking the puck. In front it comes. Utica forward checking. Brighton snatched by Beaver off the shot from Brighton.
Yeah, again, 4 players collapsing for the Statesmen, making sure that rebound, when it did come out there was nobody there in a dark jersey who can get a good quality look. But watch this shot on the faceoff by De La Rivera. Just fires it on goal, and again, you can't afford to take any lapses in concentration at any time when the puck is up in your front half of the ice.
You know a lot about the history of this sport. Can you ever remember a national title on a face-off win?
No, not in a face-off win. I've seen face-off win goals before, but not at the magnitude of where we are right now in this game and what's riding on it, no.
All right, so they're going to take care of the ice right now. This is what they do in the overtimes.
Yeah, it's basically be immediate timeout if you're looking at a Division I game and the games that are going on tonight over in D1. You usually have a timeout just to kind of get the snow off the ice. So we're doing that. And the puck is on the face-off dot. Right down there next to that man.
Well, we have
Beaver.
Well, pardon me, Rob. We have 2 goals in the game, and we have a combined 66 saves. 30 for Beaver, 36 for Piros.
This is something else. And Ryan Piros, you take a look at both goaltenders, Piros on the right, Beaver on the left. These two have been putting on a show tonight, both having outstanding games overall.
Bro against Shimizi. Face-off in the Hobart zone. Bro is awesome on face-offs.
Look how far out Beaver is.
All right, crucial face-off as we resume. Making sure everybody's lined up.
Yeah, Ryan Chauvin, the linesman, wanted to make sure that he got that one right.
Great job by Shimizi there. Now Duclair fanned on it, but swooping in to get it was Shimizi. Now goes behind the goal. We got some collisions. Now Utica takes possession. Back to the neutral zone we go. Hobart possession. Taking it tote. He had to reverse, send it down. Piros, who's been heroic for Utica. Ahead it goes for Morse. Morse is double teamed. Hobart takes it away. Chow sends it back. Now Swift back to Chow. Chow to neutral ice. Up ahead Ryan. Ryan shooting, save Piros. Now Ryan, far side. On the near side, Aquero. Aquero up along the wall. They fight for the puck. Ryan in front. Aquero had it knocked away. Staying with it, Mendelson. Poke forward by Lally. Utica sends it back.
Scoville came out, just a desperation lunge at the puck to send the Statesmen back down the ice. But they've regrouped quickly, and here they come again.
Mendelson, left side, in front, save Piros. Cleared out of there by Wood, but Hobart takes it back from the half wall. Morrissey navigating, works to his left, shoots! Blocked in front. Now Utica pushing it forward. After it is Schulteis, but here's Aquero at the circle. Aquero, centering pass, Daniels, save Piros.
Well, Daniels didn't get the velocity on the one-timer that he wanted. We'll see it again. I want to see if that puck was rolling. It was a 3-on-1. It was the right play for Aquero to make, to pass that off to Tanner Daniels, the junior. Let's see this puck. Was it on edge? Here's the pass. Nah, it was just a mishit there by Daniels. Looked like it was flat on the ice. Might have skittered over some snow perhaps, but not the one that Daniels wanted. He's got points in all but 8 games this season. Doesn't have one yet tonight. Number 19, if he had potted that goal, it would have been quite a memorable one for him, though, the junior from Edinburgh, Pennsylvania.
He does have 18 goals and 22 assists, a plus-minus of 36, plus 36. He's a great player, and that had a shot. But it is still 1-1. Sending it down Fontana. After it is Belov. It's 1-1 in the overtime. Hobart on the forecheck. Keeping it in, D'Amatos. Not out. D'Amatos sends it to the corner on the near side. Hobart still has it in the Utica zone. It finally is flipped out towards the red line. D'Amatos will send it towards the corner where it's taken and knocked forward. Daddario, delayed offside, now offside.
He couldn't quite hold up at the blue line. That was a nice thought by Bax to play it up to him, but Daddario didn't handle it cleanly, so both teams will get fresh troops out there. Fourth line coming out for the Pioneers, Gott, Murphy, and Hughes. And they'll counter that with the third line for Hobart, Duclair, Shimizi, and Tote.
2 previous schools have won 3 championships in a row. Middlebury and Wisconsin Stevens Point. Hobart trying to become the third to do it.
Let's point out for some of our Vermont folks watching here that Middlebury's done it twice. One was a 5 spot.
As part of 8 championships.
Yeah.
All right, meanwhile, Hobart, Shimizi from the slot, shoots, stopped. Now comes out to the point. Shimizi from the sharp angle, stopped again. Piros.
Great anticipation there by Piros. He knew where that was going.
Puck comes in front. Shot goes wide. Now keeping it in, Swift sends it to the corner. Shimizi. That caroms to the far side. Big pressure Hobart here. Swift, cross ice. Here comes a shot. Duclair. Loved by Piros.
Piros with some flair.
That was a laser.
A Venus flytrap-like save, just spotting the fly and getting the glove up and popping it out of the air. What a great shot by Duclair. He had to reach a bit behind him to snare it, but he held on. Damon Beaver at one end, Ryan Piros on the other. This has been dynamite goaltending tonight here in Utica.
Face off to the right of Piros. This is the Utica zone. Mendelson. Now the shot, Ryan high. A collision in front with Fassig and Piros. But back goes Lally. Lally for Hobart.
In that offensive zone, the Statesmen doing everything they can to try to get in Ryan Piros' way and disrupt him.
Lally up ahead. That's Fassig taking off the play by Morse. Flipped down by the Pioneers. At times, they have been on their heels, Utica. Many times, but it's still just 1-1.
They have been the masters of bend, don't break here in the late stages of the second, parts of the third, and even at times here in overtime, although they did have the best opportunity when Malera hit the post.
Ryan stopped. And don't forget the shot by De La Rivera off the faceoff. Now the one-timer is high by Daniels. Now Elliott on the far side. Elliott winds it around. Scoville back. Big pressure, Hobart. Here's Daniels. Daniels at the half wall. Daniels, they knock it down behind the goal. Here's Aquero at the corner. Aquero from the angle. Loose in front. It is cleared. So much tension here and so many chances to be a champion. But we still are 1-1.
And your heart's in your throat in a situation like that when you're the Pioneers, because that puck rattling around just in front of the crease, you never know where that might end up. And if you're the Statesman, the anticipation, someone trying to poke that home is just huge. Yeah, tension isn't even the word for it. I don't know what the word is.
Well, we've had some great goaltending, I can tell you that.
Yes, we have.
All right, D'Amatos, a duel between Piros and Beaver. Now comes to the circle, and it's high on the deflection. The shot by Gullickson. Now in front it comes. Lundberg couldn't get to it.
They had Gullickson going to goal in a second opportunity, too. They just couldn't get it there. Too many Statesmen in the passing lanes.
Back comes Utica. Lundberg in front. Now they work at Gullickson. It's stopped by Beaver. Comes to the near side. Hobart with Aquero. He'll dump it down. Under 4 to go. First overtime. Utica clears the zone. It goes all the way down. No icing. Swift winds it around. That will be icing, I believe.
Now it depends who wins the race. And looked for a moment there like Fontana was going to try to turn on the Jets, but he realized that both Pioneers players had a head start. So an offensive zone face-off for Utica. We'll take a look at the last opportunity by the Pioneers. Here it starts out behind the goal. Lundberg in front, Gullickson in front, and just getting a piece of that with the right pad. Damon Beaver didn't get much, but he got enough.
Throw for Utica. Iasenza wins the faceoff. Now Belov knocks it forward. Belov had a big year last year. Trying to be a hero here. Now Tote in the corner. Utica on the counter with Morse. Getting in front was Tote. Tote hits the ice. Meanwhile, Bro takes it at the blue line. Delayed offside. Now goes, no, they waved that off, pardon me. Now Utica going after it. Morse at the end boards, out to Brighton. Working right. Now Brighton shooting in the crowd. Steered away, and here comes Chow. Knocking it off the boards. Ahead to Tote. Duclair after it. Duclair tries to get it around Perek. Now Duclair knocks Perek to the ice. Duclair comes up with it. They poke at it with Ryan. Now Ryan out to Lally. Cross ice it goes. Morrissey down low. Intercepted. Now Rivera. Now ahead it goes. Wood to the circle. Wood is taken down. Shot. Stopped in front. They had a pretty good look there. Now out to the point. Comes to Brighton. Brighton near side. Brighton shooting. Snatched again by Beaver.
Well, that time a good job by the defenseman, Bauer Morrissey, who gets a little extra shot there at the end of the play. But if Utica's going to win this game, I think it's because of their forecheck. We saw it with Morse down at the other end, and a good opportunity here. Alert presence behind the goal to throw that in front by Vitale, trying to bounce that off Beaver and score from behind the goal line. Beaver kept that out. Chances at both ends, though, and I think it's going to be a forechecking play by one of these two teams that's going to result in the game winner. We'll see if I'm right about that, and if it happens in the next 2:29 as a timeout called. This one by Hobart.
Well,
Utica called the timeout. Now both teams have timeouts. Even if you use one in regulation, you get another one for overtime, so either team can call one here. This time it'll be the Pioneers and Coach Gary Heenan.
Now in 2017, these teams played a EC-AC West Championship game. Hobart at Utica, and it was Hobart winning in overtime, 2-1.
Yeah, Ben Grenier with the goal that night, March 4th, 2017. Utica would love to see that again. Utica leads this series since 2001, 24 wins, 19 losses, 5 ties. 11-10 here in Utica. Has been a relatively even series overall. Utica very good on the road, losing a winning record here at home.
The year before that Hobart victory at Utica, they won at the Cooler 5-0 in a championship game. They had won 3 straight ECAC West titles, Hobart, during that stretch.
I'm glad to hear, too, we were told this before the game, that next year in the schedule, these teams will play a home-and-home series. And I think that makes a lot of sense for everybody, whether it's the fans, the programs. I mean, your iron sharpens iron, and when you're taking on some of the best competition in the regular season, it's going to help you out in games like this.
I think it's great. The only thing is they can't match this.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to top this. And I would expect you're going to have jam-packed arenas next season, both here and in Geneva.
All right, DiDario against Aquero in the Hobart zone. Aquero controls it. Swift at the corner. Now DiDario goes down. Aquero after it. This is the Hobart zone. Scoville lines it up. Scoville blocked on the shot. Now Hobart takes it back. That was Shell who got in front of that. Meanwhile, Chow sends it down. Daniels after it. Utica takes it back. Karam comes to Daniels, far side. Daniels lost the puck to Lumber, got it back, sent it behind the goal. 1:58 to go in the first overtime. Hobart forechecking. In front they come. Belov! Shot blocked. Now Chow pokes it forward. And it's cleared back to neutral ice. Swift for Hobart. 1:44 to go in the overtime. Another Karam. Cleared by Schulteis.
Oh,
now in front. Wide open. Shot, score! Hobart wins the national championship for a 3rd year in a row.
Well, that looked like trouble the minute the puck was given away behind the goal. I try to bite back sometimes my initial reaction. I couldn't with that one. I said, uh-oh, the minute it happens. And a second and a half later, Hobart's won 3 straight.
Well,
giveaway was the key. I'm sure we'll see it on the replay.
We talked about a bounce of the puck.
Yep.
And what a goal for Hobart. They have won 3 national championships in a row. Stunned Utica fans. Amazing game. I think it'll be remembered for the overtime goal and for the play of the 2 goalies.
I was going to say, it should be remembered for the play of the goaltenders. Let's see the replay here. There's the giveaway. There it is, Khalil Fontana. Right place, right time. Game winner in overtime for Fontana. That is his 10th of the season. And the junior from Western Canada, Duncan, BC. A lot of great hockey players from that town. He'll live forever in Hobart statesman lore.
Well, I have to say, Hobart, after the second period, was more determined than you could ever be to win this game. I mean, they were just
I would say if it was a boxing match, going into that, as you look at the dejected Utica players who, they played their hearts out tonight. I would say if this was a boxing match after 3 rounds, I would have had the Statesmen ahead on points. But you got to have a knockout blow here, and that's what Fontana delivers unassisted with only 1:36 to go. They'll go at 18-24. It'll be a happy bus ride back to Geneva for the Statesmen. 3 straight. You mentioned who's done it. The closest team recently to do it, of course, was when you go back when it comes to 3-peats. That would be Middlebury. Back in 2004 to 2006. Norbert came close. They won in 2011, 2012, 2014. Wisconsin-Eau Claire won in the middle of that in 13. Stevens Point won 4 out of 5 in 3 straight, 89-91. Plattsburgh got him in 92. Add Hobart to the list of the exclusive club of teams that have won 3 straight Division III men's hockey championships.
And one more Hobart player who will never have to buy a dinner in Geneva.
Right.
You had Will Crane a couple of years ago against Adrian, and that was in the first overtime, and Here we go with Fontana in front. The period was closing in on being over, but Utica was under enormous pressure throughout, and Beaver 39 saves, Piros 44. I want to talk about Utica for a second. I mean, what a year. They've had so many winning seasons. I think that gets overlooked sometimes.
Look at Fontana, though.
Yeah,
look at Khalil Fontana. That is the jubilation you only get from an overtime goal.
But finishing my point on Utica, heartbreak has really been a part of their story.
It has.
And they're going to feel great about what they've accomplished to get here, and this game will be long remembered, but certainly a disappointing outcome for them.
Well, I think the thing, too, is there's the Gatorade shower. I don't know how much got Coach Taylor there, but they can take some solace because Hobart's, they were baptized by fire as well. They had plenty of heartbreak for a while. They came so close. We were at Endicott a couple years back in Beverly, Mass. The whole storyline was, will this be another chance where Mark Taylor and the Statesmen get close and don't win? They won that year. They've won 2 straight after that. Utica says, hey, you know, maybe that's what it takes for our story as well. They're not done, this Pioneers team. They just showed Jacob Rowe on the ice a little bit ago. He's dejected because he won't be back. But a lot of these Utica players will be, and this will be a very good team going forward. And maybe that opportunity is coming.
You see Mark Taylor, when I asked him after the trying game about that victory, where they were down 2-0 after 2 periods and they won in overtime, he said, you know, in the past we used to have a phrase for something like that. Keeping our poise, he would call it cold steel, is what he would say. They just keep their poise, and they were down 1-0 after 2, and they come back to win.
And again, you're taking a look at the handshake line. Damon Beaver now shaking hands. That Piros now is the backup goaltender for Utica, but that save Damon Beaver made in the third period with his team down 1-0, I think just completely changes the fortunes in this game for the Statesmen. Starts with goaltending. With Hobart, they have a lot more than goaltending, but really that is a major piece of their success. As Tristan Fassig, there he is, number 23, holds up the 3 fingers. Three-peat. Damon Beaver, 3 for 3, and once again, an outstanding game. He only allows 1 goal in almost 80 minutes. He is just so good when the games are on the line.
I want to talk about Easton Ryan of Hobart, who tied the game. He's a first year. He was all over the ice in that third period.
And we saw Ryan a lot in the first game, too, when they knocked off Geneseo, but mostly for his back-checking his defense. He's kind of been a checking forward. He came into the game with just 4 goals, 4 assists. He was a fourth-line winger. He's a rookie, so he's had to fight for his spot for some ice time, but we knew he could score goals. He played in a very competitive British Columbia Hockey League last year, scored 13 goals for merit. And that's the kind of guy you want in a championship team, a guy you can put down low who's reliable in all 3 zones and can chip in with a goal at big times. That's what Ryan did.
Well, we're going to stay with you, and we're going to show you.
I love that shot.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to show you the ceremonies. Once again, I want to thank David Harris, our production crew. This was really fun and one of the all-time classic games, and our production crew absolutely nailed it today.
Yeah, what are you going to do for an encore next year in Utica? This is going to be hard to top from a production visual standard. I love how the fans turned out here at the Nexus Center. It was everything you would ask for in a Frozen Four semifinals and finals championship weekend, right down to the game-winning goal in overtime.
So again, amazing goaltending, 44 saves for Piros, 39 for Beaver. Beaver will long be remembered for that play he made denying Matt Wood of Utica on a play that will long be talked about. Mark Taylor, his 3rd straight championship. They had waited so long to win a championship. They're getting in the habit, I guess.
Yeah, well, you win 3 straight after 14 times the national tourney. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I'm going to got to go to the ceremony here, so I don't want to say too much.
Oh, you've said plenty, and very well, I might add. I want to thank you.
Appreciate that, but really the moment right now definitely belongs to the players.
All right, well, we're going to sign off and let you enjoy it. I'm Steve Vecchione with Rob Kennedy. Hobart, 3 straight championships, a 2-1 win in overtime. thank you very much for watching for 2 days here from Utica. You've been watching the 2025 NCAA Division III Men's Ice Hockey Championship. Enjoy the ceremonies, Hobart and Utica. Hobart winning the championship. Good evening from Utica.
And now we present one. We have 3.
Senior number 12, Luke O'Quara. Junior number 33, David Beaver. Junior number 86, Ethan Kellogg. First year number 22, Kevin Chow. Junior number 8, Tanner Daniel. First year number 3, Nick Tamanos. First year number 5, Josh Doolin. Sophomore number 26, Chris Duclair. First year number 39, Connor Elliott. Junior number 23, Tristan Hazing. Junior number 20, Neil Goaltender. Sophomore number 91, Logan Witensky. Junior number 1, Maverick Boyer. Senior number 11, Matthew Iasenza.